Not. Until I have my mandatory tantrum pass. Chatter chatter.
What's going on, everybody?
PogU, hey, Hasan, happy 10
I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, a fantastic afternoon, a fantastic pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is the HasanAbi broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles. Folks, we are live and alive today, and I hope all the boys, and I hope all the girls, and I hope all the MBs are having a fantastic one. It is Wednesday, September 15th, 2021, 11:15 a.m. And I'm not even late, actually. Not even remotely late. Despite the fact that I just shot the podcast. And oftentimes when I shoot the podcast earlier in the day, I have a hard time coming here on time. But not today, friends. Today's a special day. Today's a special day where we mourn. We mourn a major loss. Now, it's not all my losses are lessons, of course. And the lesson is Larry Elder actually won the election last night, the recall.
Insane. Hassle Ty for saving me from my Idahoan roads.
Okay. Larry already on the voter fraud grip before the results were even out. Oh, I know. We're going to talk all about it. We are going to talk all about it, baby. What's in the mini fridge? You know what's in the mini fridge, dude. Various fucking drinks. Beverages, brother. Diet Mountain Dew. Sorry, Mountain Dew Zero. Got this fucking highball energy drink shit that one of you guys sent me before that I like purchased now on my own. And then, you know, some cold brew. That's right. Biggest L of the year by Larry Elder today. We are going to be talking about that. I am going to also have a guest later in a little bit, potentially. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm gonna have a guest over. Won't tell you who it is. Not a girl, but very sexy.
Fifth column?
Okay, not a cute girl, but a cute guy this time. Not Stav. Larry Elder? Yeah, Larry Elder, folks. Now, anyway, let me tell you something. This is part of the broadcast where I tell you about my personal news. Nothing really crazy going on. I ended the broadcast last night. I'm in a little bit of a show hole. I watched the new fucking gay CIA show, the CIA gay show, Q-Force.
Rat Jam.
That one is an interesting. It's surprising and it's interesting. I totally forgot what I was saying. What the hell was I? Oh my god, I just had like a fucking brain fart. Oh my god, I had a fucking massive ADHD moment because I was looking at this tweet that I was pulling up. Holy shit. I am not all right, fucking dude. Do I gotta take fucking time off or something? What the fuck? My brain is broken. Anyway, I'm gonna do a yep. I will be playing Gartic Phone with Northern Lion and Jugmeat. I'm the one who they wanted to do fucking you know, Among Us again, and I was like, no, we're doing Gartic Phone. I think that'll be a lot better. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing later at like 5 p.m. Pacific. So there is some gaming. In that front, on that front, we're gonna do some Gartic Phone.
In the chat has 5.
And then also. Who else will be joining? I purposely stayed out of this time. I didn't want to organize it other than just like put my 2 cents like in Larry with the Gartic Phone. By the way, I got a bone to pick with you, Mr. HasanAbi. I lost 20,000 channel points because you didn't say bye last night. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I did not go back. I did not go live again after I fucking got disconnected as a consequence of my upgrading of my drivers.
Got my 18
so I apologize to all the non-believers and the believers. I just apologize to the stream. I'm sorry for ending it like that. That was not a good way to end it. So, sorry about that.
Love to be here. Shit is not looking great, but the broadcast keep me going. Hassle.
Anyway.
Hassle.
The Time 100 influential list of people is out. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm literally all over the place right now. There's something wrong in my brain. I think I'm like drowsy out of nowhere. But Ross inspired you, I take it. I was part of those games. I feel happy you know you're gonna play. What, Ross? Inspired me to do what?
I promise not to say anything dumb to get myself banned.
Which brain rot is real, dude?
Hassle.
I played a little bit of Deathloop last night after I was done with the stream. I started playing it by myself off stream. It's really fucking fun.
Maybe
movements are very fluid. I enjoy it. I'll restart it from the top. And, you know, we'll do that. But, you know, there's a lot of news to cover, so we're just going to go through it as I try to figure out what the fuck is wrong with my brain. Next time, just lie. About what?
Larry got Ligma F. 14 months.
It's a lot of fun. Deathloop is fun. Keemstar blocked me, dude. So, I don't know. Stop sending me Keemstar tweets. After I fucking ratioed him out of a relationship, he literally blocked me. So, yeah, I played off stream. Give me a fucking break, okay? Whatever, sue me. I wanted to make sure that, like, the problems that literally took place, the problems that occurred when I tried to game last night do not happen again, so I played it. Okay? So, you know.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hopefully you see the news. Buddha GTRP clip's so good. Yeah, Keemstar seems to be leaning into the pedophile thing.
Hi to my friend Lacey if she hears this.
Which is weird, but... Anyway, let's get started. Still think AOC's your little socialist girl boss, slay queen after this?
Trying to remember Gary Oldman.
Once I touch a little bit of money, this socialist act is over. Oh. To be honest, like, dude, all of these, every single fucking concern about the dress or about AOC attending the Met Gala, all of it, like, it literally turned around. Like, it originally was...
Your drip is trashiest.
Like, originally, I thought it was, like, whatever, you know? It's, like, bad PR. I've told you guys I don't give a shit about AOC going. But now it's, like, it's the exact same criticisms that, like, people said about me as well.
13
and it's from the exact same people. And they sound exactly like Republicans. It's like, dude, please. I mean, it's a funny tweet, and I like it. I think it's funny. I thought it was funny whenever, you know, they were saying it about me, too. I was retweeting it. But, goddamn, bro. Goddamn. Anyway, I'm just gonna tweet out that I'm live because you know, I don't have anything else going on that's cool in my life right now, so we're covering the fake news CA recall where Larry Elder supposedly lost General Milley praises Mao and loves China. Special guest appearance.
At HasanAbi, my friend keeps
Get
talking
in
about
now.
about the long-term
www.twitch.tv/HasanAbi. How many votes did you get in yesterday? Dude, so much. So many fake votes yesterday, boys. I mean, you don't even understand, dude. Breaking news, the Trinidad and Tobago health minister, literally because of Nicki Minaj's tweets and because we live in like the most insane world possible, Trinidad and Tobago health minister Dr. Terence Dalesing reports of the swollen testicle claim made by Trinidad-born entertainer Nicki Minaj says there is no such reported case in Trinidad and Tobago.
Reasons we could not respond yesterday in real time to Ms. Minaj is that we had to check and make sure that what she was claiming was either true or false. And unfortunately, we wasted so much time yesterday running down this false claim. It is, as far as we know, at this point in time, there has been no such reported either side effect or adverse event.
Gaming.
And what was sad about this is that it wasted our time yesterday trying to track down, because we take all these claims seriously,
My 1 year sub
whether it's on
anniversary was
social
on
media
9/11, of
or
course, Bepe.
mainstream media. As we stand now, there is absolutely no reported such side effect or adverse event of testicular swelling in Trinidad, or I dare say, Dr. Hines, anywhere else? None that we know of anywhere else in the world.
I loved it. Like, the entire country had to get together and find this dude's ball sack. Like, what an insane planet we live on. Where Nicki Minaj says some wild shit
Almost a year.
about
Can't wait for
COVID,
you
and
to
then
get the
like
PO box package.
everybody has to look for. Everybody has to look for fucking the famous cousin of Nicki Minaj's best friend who called off their wedding.
Three months of chaos. Let's keep
Anthony
fighting
Fauci, Boris
rolling.
Johnson, the CDC, all were asked about Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's balls. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Here's some stuff about AOC. I gotta sit down, dude. I'm in a weird headspace right now. I don't know what happened.
Sushi Heart has right, has baited, has left.
Are you going to talk about the black protesters who got brutalized and jailed outside of the Met Gala and how AOC is practically silent on this? Hey, man, or woman, were you here when I covered this story for like 2 hours and I talked specifically about that? No? But then shut the fuck up. Like, don't come in here with an accusatory tone like I'm fucking avoiding this shit. It makes me so annoyed when people are like, why are you not talking about this? Or like, hey, are you going to talk about this? Like, yeah, I did. I already did talk about it. Jesus Christ, dude. Why are people like this? I don't understand. Like, you didn't do the fucking research. And now you're coming in here and like acting as though I'm like...
W.
Anyway. It's the vaccine that has y'all dicked around, brother.
Love you all, people. Kiss.
So, we've talked about the AOC stuff over and over again, endlessly talked about it, okay? What the fuck's going on with my goddamn bitrate right now? Shit's like popping off up and down like crazy. Endlessly talked about the AOC fucking dress gate, all right? And obviously, like, some of those criticisms are fucking idiotic. A lot of those criticisms are idiotic from the right. And then there were, like, leftists who were upset, too. And some of those leftist criticisms were fucking idiotic, too. And I talked about how, AOC does good work on the background that doesn't get a lot of coverage. And ultimately, I don't give a shit that she went to the fucking Met Gala. She could have done a better job at, like, addressing
Daddy
issues. Okay? And I do agree that it was an L on the PR side, knowing that, like, average Americans are going to respond to that.
Don't worry.
It's a centrist take because it's do you want me to lie to you, like, instead?
Sub for the house.
She literally
Subbing
follows
for
you
the
on Twitter.
second.
Didn't she see how hard you were getting shit for your Make the Rich Pay shirt? Yeah, I mean, probably not.
Please tell me the guest is Felix coming to explain backbreaking to all of us.
I don't understand. Like, some of you want me to fucking be like, it's the worst thing that's ever happened. It's so offensive, and AOC is... It's the worst thing that's ever happened. AOC's controlled opposition. Some of you want me to say she can do no wrong. She's the socialist mommy, the queen. And I gave you my honest take, which is that I don't give a shit when someone goes to the fucking Met Gala. Most people would, if given the opportunity. It's not like she fucking paid 30 grand for a ticket or anything like that. She was invited by a designer whose background is a little sussy too, on top of everything else.
Poggers.
Palkies want you to say she's a class trader? What? I don't care. That's not even, it's whatever. It doesn't matter. I thought the dress was a fucking PR disaster, because like there's no reason to like make it more there's no reason to make that decision to look like an activist decision. Like you're just having fun, and that's fine. And you could have used the opportunity for spreading a message that was a little bit more threatening than wearing a dress that says tax the rich, which is not threatening. What is this? Cleaning my phone and I found this. Imagine being a black white nationalist. LMAO.
Asking for a friend.
Imagine Pepe laugh. What? What does this even mean? I don't even understand it.
PogU is the best emote.
Her post got Jeff Bezos mauling super hard. Yeah. 3 op-eds were dedicated to the fucking dress on the Washington Post editorial board. 3.
3 months BB.
3 op-eds. Not 1, not 2, but 3. AOC's Met Gala sets a trap. AOC at a $300,000 per table dinner party, and other signs of our times, where AOC's tax the rich dress clashes with progressive politics. Like Megan McArdle. What the fuck does Megan McArdle know about progress, dude? This person is a libertarian psychopath who, like, in the immediate aftermath of the Grenfell Towers, like,
still not banned.
Was still advocating for deregulation. You know what I mean? Deregulation caused a gigantic, catastrophic, devastating event in the UK, and this psycho was like, no, this is a good time to do deregulation. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is so dumb. Like, these are people who are so fucking dumb. Okay? Anyway, tax the rich is not the end-all, be-all of, like, socialism, but not every action is supposed to be a fucking vanguard revolutionary action. Chill the fuck out, everybody.
Five-month PogU.
I know why Megan McArdle is fucking triggered and frustrated about, like, tax the rich even being uttered or whatever, and will use any matter to be like, this is so hypocritical, right? Don't look at the message. Don't listen to the message. Look at, just focus on the hypocrisy, right? Please. I don't know why the fuck so many other people are just, like, hyper focusing on that too. Anyway. AOC is introducing a bill to extend the pandemic unemployment benefits just expired. AOC has been advocating for this behind closed doors. She's one of the only fucking congresspersons that has been advocating for this in the Democratic Party so far. The extension of the unemployment benefits. She's introducing the federal pandemic unemployment insurance through February 1st. If passed, benefits would be retroactive to September 6th. But I've been very disappointed on both sides of the aisle that we've just allowed the pandemic unemployment assistance to completely lapse when we are clearly not fully recovered from the cost effects of the pandemic. The Congresswoman said on a town hall on Tuesday evening, previewing the release of the bill, I simply just could not allow this to happen without at least trying.
Dicks.
So I talked about that. I talked about AOC's bill that repeals the Faircloth Amendment. Like, this was back in 2020 as well. A lot of this stuff just does not get mentioned. A lot of this stuff does not get coverage that it deserves.
Chat.
And one weird thing is that, like, it goes back to the fucking aesthetics. And it's very frustrating because on the one hand, like, AOC gets a lot of praise from liberals that Bernie Sanders will never get. Her being like a young Latina woman, and also being super telegenic probably factors into that. Bernie Sanders is a, you know, old, he's seen as like an old curmudgeon, right? But at the same time, the inverse of that's also true, where Bernie Sanders gets like broad support that he absolutely deserves from a unified leftist front, that then fucking turn around and attack AOC in the same exact way that like liberals attack Bernie. There are leftists out there that fucking shit on AOC in the exact same way that liberals shit on Bernie, where they're like, you're so feckless. Like, imagine claiming to be a socialist and going to the fucking Met Gala. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. If you like Bernie, you're supposed to like AOC. If you like AOC, you're supposed to like Bernie. It's just, it literally doesn't fucking mean, like, it doesn't make any sense. Actual socialists don't support Bernie, though. Lamau, he's a reformist. Yeah, I don't care. The people that say actual socialists don't support this and that, yeah, no one cares. You're a fucking pathetic loser. And the only other people that supposedly espouse the same values as you are like 3 other people in a Discord server. Who cares, dumbass? Like, oh, actual socialist. Okay, dude. No one cares. You're a fucking loser. You have no political power. You are never going to have political power. You're just going to fucking keep getting angry a day in, day out, over and over again for no fucking reason. Well, for good reason. With no solutions. Yeah. AOC's Faircloth repeal is literally in the fucking... AOC's Faircloth repeal is literally in...
8 months has really flown by. Just 30 more
is
days
in the
until
reconciliation
I lose my mind
now,
and get
I think,
perma
right?
banned. Turn 19 in 3 days, Pog. Thanks for a great 8
Bernie
months.
and AOC not socialist, no.
Also, early chat has.
Bernie says he's a socialist. I don't even know if AOC's ever said she's a socialist. It doesn't fucking matter. Their policies, for the most part, are like social democrat policies. Okay? They are. And that's not a bad thing. Okay? You have to slowly drip feed further socializing institutions in America to American hogs. Just like you have to literally fucking advocate for high-speed rail by, like, you know, telling Americans that they should be embarrassed that China's beating them in the realm of high-speed rail. And that's insane, but it's just like, we suck. We are a horrifyingly stupid country full of fucking dumb idiots that are all reactionary as fuck, and we feed ourselves with a steady diet of reactionary bullshit, and no one wants to adjust their expectation to the interests of the masses. Bro, this dude's actual fucking username is Chairman Xi Jinping, and he's saying sock them equals socialism KEKW. Bro, do you not, are you unaware of like what you are defending here.
Hassle.
Like, if you're a dingus, like, you have no fucking room to talk, okay? I don't understand how anyone who is like a defender of China in present day and the policies that they've implemented would then laugh at like fucking social democracy or social democratic principles being mentioned on the fucking timeline when you yourself, like, your worldview is nearly identical to fucking Michael Bloomberg in many ways, okay? Like, Michael Bloomberg is a fan of Chairman Xi. You should recognize that it's a means to an end. You know what I mean? Since China is supposedly a transitional socialist state. Moving towards socialism. Anyway. After the Newsom recall fails, Ben Shapiro floats secession as maybe the best hope for conservatives. Let's take a look.
On a national level, why should we care about California? Because what it actually presages is not just politics in California. What it presages is a question, whether we actually do want to remain part of the same body politic. If we do want to remain part of the same body politic, we're going to have to construct a system of a federal governance in which Texas can be Texas and California can be California. However, California has to let Texas be Texas.
Dude, Texas is like entire fucking Texas be Texas attitude led to a cataclysmic collapse, a catastrophic meltdown of their energy. So no, you can't have Texas be Texas, you fucking idiot. Also, let California be California and let Texas be Texas is such an idiotic fucking take because
easy.
Like, outside of Texas, which also can't stand alone, and California can't stand alone either. I mean, we've no fucking water. It's just a desert here. Like, that would hurt red states more, but Ben doesn't care about that, obviously. He doesn't care about anything. He's just doing this for LARPing. Okay? Like, can you imagine eliminating federalism and state cooperation? So what's going to happen to all the states that are defaulting? Like, what's going to happen to the fucking red states that rely on California's surplus? And blue states that are, earning more than red states? Well, what's going to happen to those fucking states? Oklahoma would literally cease to exist. Like, Oklahoma, Kansas, fucking Mississippi. Just, they would evaporate, dude. But thank you, Ben. Keep going.
And herein lies the rub, because the federal government has no interest, when run by Democrats, in allowing Texas to be Texas. They would like Texas to be California. And if that's the case, what you're going to end up with is a fairly ugly split between states that wish to be left alone and states that wish to run their business from the top level of the federal government. I think this is why you're hearing so much talk these days about a quote-unquote civil war, or talk about secession, or talk about the country breaking apart.
No, you're talking about it. I think most people that talk about it are like fucking memeing, I hope. Like, if you're seriously talking about secession or balkanizing the U.S., you're a fucking delusional idiot, okay? And it would be greatly harmful to the red states and the people that live in those red states. So, rather ironic that you hear this from, like, a person that is... It's additionally ironic when you hear it from a fucking Republican, you know? A Republican advocating for these ideals. Like, you would much rather live in fucking California in a situation like that.
It's a serious question. Whenever you form a body politic, which is what happened at the founding and what happened again in the aftermath of the Civil War, if you form a body politic, you have to decide whether you wish to remain part of the same country. And if so, what common rules can you hold at the top level that everybody can agree to? Well, if the basic notion of American government is that the federal government's going to make all the rules and it's just going to be a struggle for the power of the one ring, then this country is not going to last this way. It is just not. And maybe then the best hope for a lot of conservatives and maybe for a lot of liberals, depending on who's in control of that federal government, is a friendly separation. That is what that...
In a weird way, I fucking feel like America needs like a constant enemy that's out in the dark. And without said enemy, we're just going to eat ourselves alive. And now that like we're ending some of the conflicts, I mean, I guess that enemy now has turned into China, right? China. But like, I do feel like if we don't engage in like military action and constantly point the finger at like some fucking, you know, some enemy out there that we need to focus all of our efforts on, we're just going to fucking turn the crosshairs against ourselves.
For SADGEs. And not that California is the wave of the future, but that California and its polarization is the wave of the future. And that we're going to get, I promise you, in the aftermath of this, real estate values in Florida are going to go up. Real estate values in Arizona, in Texas, in Nevada, they're going to go up because Republicans are going to continue leaving. And maybe that's what the California politicians want.
If real estate values going up was an indication of a place being like better than everywhere else, then California is the best state in the country. So what a weird metric to talk about how you know, things are going really well. Things are going to go really well in fucking Florida. I mean, part of the biggest problem with California is that the real estate values are too fucking high in California. That's why people are leaving.
Love you.
So I guess he owned himself. This is wonderful. Daily Wire host says Barack Obama destroyed rock and roll because rock and roll was about white male angst.
Well, rock and roll is a public health question.
Yeah, rock and roll's over. You're still talking about rock and roll.
See, here's the thing I don't understand. How does anyone watch this? Like, who watches this?
11 months.
I will never understand what's entertaining or interesting about a bunch of fucking losers like this that aren't even like interesting, funny, clever, unique in any way possible, any way, shape, or form. Like sitting around and being like, Barack Obama destroyed rock and roll. Like, you're so whack, bro. Like, I guess divorced dads that want to see other fucking divorced dads talk about these sorts of anxieties. God damn, dude. It's so fucking pathetic. Like, you're literally watching a bunch of fucking losers talk about their anxieties non-fucking stop. They're just like, they're miserable, they're sad, they're angry at like the dumbest shit too. You know, the Dixie Chicks really did the George W. Bush administration wrong. It's like, why are you, what? This is what we're on right now? At least talk about like AOC's dress, bro. Come on.
So Barack Obama didn't happen. Honestly, it's for another day, but Barack Obama destroyed rock and roll.
You have convinced me of this.
There was rock and roll, then there was Barack Obama. Now there is no rock and roll.
Yep. So he did something good.
But because rock and roll was about white male angst. White male teenage angst.
Yeah.
And then Barack Obama came
and
along
stealing
and
a lot
said
of his tropes from better black music.
Yeah, really.
Well, Barack Obama came along and said young white men aren't allowed to have angst.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to
love you,
to
Cassie.
basically express their dissatisfaction because they're
Yeah, you guys remember when Barack Obama did that? If you like your rock and roll, you can't keep it. No more white male angst. We are doing white genocide.
they're so
Toxic. Yeah.
And so truly rock and roll just stopped.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Rock.
Yeah, totally, dude. You know, yeah, rock and roll originally created by black musicians that Elvis kind of stole from, but that's a little different too. But hey, fuck it. Bro, white boys can't be freaky anymore. That's why I only listen to Tom McDonald,
Has capital.
Tom McDonald, who is a perfect manifestation of white male angst, just making really good music. Guy acts like Lil Peep never existed, you know what I mean? Fuck does he know about Lil Peep, though, obviously. All right, so apparently MSNBC is surprisingly on board with also taxing the rich. Let's take a look.
The House presented a plan yesterday to pay for their social policy and climate change package by raising taxes by more than $2 trillion, largely on wealthy people and profitable corporations. But this morning, the New York Times reports that plan, quote, stopped well short of changes needed to dent the vast fortunes of tycoons like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, or to thoroughly close the most egregious loopholes exploited by high-flying captains of finance. It aimed to go after the merely rich more than the fabulously rich. Instead, the Times reports senior House Democrats opted to be more mindful of moderate concerns in their party than of its progressive ambitions. The focus on traditional ways of raising revenue, raising tax rates on income rather than targeting wealth itself. The Time continues, the bill dispenses with measures floated by the White House and Senate Democrats to tax wealth or to close off avenues that the super rich have exploited to pass on a lifetime of gains to their heirs tax-free. Democrats caution the proposal is likely to change. This is just out of one committee as it makes its way through Congress. Joe, so the top marginal tax rate is proposed to be raised to 39.6 from 37%, but that, as you know, doesn't get at the way the super wealthy and corporations make their money and avoid taxes.
It's true.
Well, and we see it every year. I don't understand what's going on when you have the people writing the tax bill for the Democrats saying they're concerned about moderates' concerns. What, do they want Jeff Bezos and Amazon to keep paying $0 in tax? Is that a moderate concern, or is that actually a lobbyist's concern?
So I've said this before, and people literally like misunderstand my point and get mad at me, but like increasing the top marginal tax rate is good. No problems there. Great. Okay. Except that's not how you fucking even tackle the percentage of revenue that's just like hidden in treasure troves that makes up this gigantic chunk of the wealth that we are speaking about. Okay? And when I bring this up, it's like people say like, "Oh, dude, it's just because you're rich. Like that's why you don't want your fucking bracket to be affected." Like I don't care. I'm an advocate for it. But the real moolah, okay? The real good shit, the cookies, that's trapped away in the fucking stock market. Capital gains, baby. And the unfortunate reality is that, like, we have no way of even touching that, and we will never even touch that. People always go back to, like, go back to, you know, the fucking 60s where they're like, well, or post World War II era when the top marginal tax was at like 90%. That was good and that was effective. But also, a lot of those assets were in income. Like a lot of the wealth that people had were coming from their income and not necessarily the stock market. Dude, you bought the most expensive house you could and put it as your primary residence precisely to avoid tax. Am I wrong? What? I don't think you understand how any of this works. Like, I literally don't think you understand anything that you just said. Like, that's not how anything works, dude. Like, I'm still paying taxes. The fuck? I was waiting for a dumbass to like, I guess, come up with a new and unique proposition, and I found it. I originally thought, like, you know, everyone was going to say, you know, you're avoiding taxes, that's why you wanted to move to Texas. But instead, they somehow found a way to like be like, you're avoiding taxes by living in California. Like, I'm avoiding taxes by living in one of the highest taxed places in the country. How incredible, dude. How in-fucking credible. You know, like, buying a house means you're paying more in taxes, right? There's like property taxes. I don't even know what to say to this guy. I don't.
Our sub-child is 1 month old now.
Incredible take. I bought a house in an incredibly expensive real estate market, okay? Which will mean like additional taxes that I have to pay on the property in a fucking state that has some of the highest taxes. And that was actually in some way to avoid taxes. I guess with the fucking mentality like that, everything is tax avoidance, I think. You survive you breathe to avoid taxes, dude. Like, fucking be honest. Be honest, you bought food the other day and that was tax avoidance. Thank you, Buffalo, for the 10 gifted subs.
I didn't think I would be here for a year, and yet. Peepo kiss chat.
Anyway. I can't avoid taxes, but at least you can avoid the top of the hour ad break. That's right.
Pogo Ajan.
Because at the top of the hour, every hour, there's a 60-second ad break, kind of like a tax break. Now, of course, if you want an ad-free broadcasting experience, if you're like, I don't want to see the ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $4 right now because it's 20% off on September. Or you can do it for free with a Twitch Prime if you have a Twitch Prime, that is, that you haven't used yet. You can also use an ad block or a VPN if you're like, fuck all those other things. The Twitch Prime is free if you have an Amazon Prime account that you've stolen from your wife's boyfriend or your mommy. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Thank you, Geoforio, for the 5 tier 1 gift subs.
Enjoy the ads, baby.
Dr. Disrespect was talking shit earlier about me?
It's over the past few years, there are corporations that have paid.
What the fuck was he saying about me? Yes, parasocial Andes. I did hear that Miss Given Maya broke up. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? We're doing news right now. What the fuck? Damn, Chatter's thing that Chatter made for me broke already. It's sad. Chain broke. Chain broke, Chatter. Doc, who Omegalawed you? Okay, well, I don't care. I'm not gonna fucking... We already know Dr. Disrespect doesn't get his news from people like myself, okay? Like, leading up to him fucking, you know, getting banned from the platform, we found out very quickly what his point of view was on vaccines and also COVID. So,
zero taxes in a year. And just over the past couple of years, that includes Amazon, Chevron, Avis, Delta, Eli Lilly, GM, Goodyear, Halliburton, Honeywell, IBM, Netflix, Occidental Petroleum, Owens Corning, Salesforce, U.S. Steel. Last year, Archer Daniels, FedEx, Nike, on and on and on. Are moderates really concerned that those corporations may actually have to pay millions of dollars in tax? Because right now they're paying zero. And billionaires are continuing to figure out how to pay little or nothing. Hedge fund titans are paying taxes at lower rates than their clerical employees. And the people who chauffeur their Bentleys, you think that's demagoguery? You think that's popular? No, it's not.
I was a chat a bit,
no,
but can
that's
I
the fact.
So I can sub and stop seeing fucking
What the
ads.
fuck is going on right now? This is like actually a wild fucking take. Yo, you guys know this dude was a Republican, right?
Damn.
Like Morning fucking Joe is like a Florida Republican. Like this, what the fuck is happening? I actually don't understand how this sea change has occurred.
Congratulations and salutations.
I don't know if like some of these
won.
wealthy in the fucking media are finally recognizing, yeah, he was a Republican congressperson, like, and he's still a conservative. Like he's supposed to be, he's playing the role of a conservative. What a wild take. I would never have thought that I would hear this from like corporate mainstream media.
Billionaires' capital, it doesn't get taxed. Workers' wages do. And so now Democrats in Congress are saying we need to raise the taxes on people who are working, but leave billionaires alone as they continue to amass capital and continue. Listen to me here, because everybody hates income redistribution. That makes you a socialist, doesn't it? If you're for a scheme that redistributes wealth. Well, let me tell you something. In the world we've lived in over the past 40 years, there's been the largest income redistribution scam in American history. And it's been the middle class that's been looted while trillions keep flowing into the bank accounts of billionaires. Did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? This whole income redistribution thing we keep, oh, you can't raise taxes on people because that will be income redistribution. You're a socialist. Well, guess what? The very people who are saying that, the very people who are funding think tanks that'll say that, the very people that are paying lobbyists to get the message out to say that, the very people who are spending millions and millions of dollars.
What the fuck is going on, dude?
Genuinely surprised you actually.
What is happening right now?
Hasan has left live the stream.
What the absolute fuck is happening currently? I do not understand. By the way, the battle that we currently have in Congress, make no mistake, the battle that we're currently having in Congress with the Progressive Caucus holding strong with the $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation bill that will be paid for with a top marginal tax rate increase and also corporate tax rate increase. Those fucking corporate tax rate and top marginal tax rate increases are basically just patchwork proposals to like fix the fucking top marginal tax rate back to the pre-Trump era. Because wake the fuck up if you're unaware of this. All of the tax breaks that everyone got under $400,000, they are slated to increase already. The 2017 Donald Trump tax bill offered the largest fucking sum of tax breaks or tax cuts to the top 1% and the corporations. Those were permanent tax cuts. The tax cuts that the middle class got, however, were slated to increase and go back to the same level before the fucking tax cut bill. That's how they fuck you over every single time. Okay? That's how they fuck the middle class over every single fucking time. Let's not forget Obama made permanent the Bush era tax cuts that were slated to sunset under Obama, and the person who personally sidestepped Harry Reid and said, I'm going to handle Mitch McConnell myself, Jack, was Joseph Robinette Biden, where they just basically handed on a fucking silver platter the George W. Bush era tax cuts that were sunsetting for the wealthy. So there's that reality as well. But this conversation that we're having is a productive one, good. And it makes me happy that like fucking even Joe Scarborough, who's a Republican congressperson from fucking Florida, saying like these billionaires are getting away with far too much for far too long. We got to get this. We got to stop this. Stop saying this is socialism. You're ridiculous. But remember that, like, you know, here, let's take a look. Historical highest marginal income tax rates, folks. During World War II, we were at 94%, okay? And then that started to drop, and then it increased again. 1951, top marginal tax rate is 91%. In the 60s, it drops to 77, 70%. Okay, it stays there for a little bit. In the 80s, we go all the way down to 50%. 1983, we're at 50%. That's the top marginal tax rate. All the while the top marginal tax rate is changing, well, like taxes are going down, okay, we are also financializing our economy further. So through a series of investment banks starting to merge with regular banks, you are starting to see more activity in the finance world from the wealthy that want to fucking reinvest their vast resources and their vast wealth.
Strong man.
So it's a double bind that actually ends up completely eradicating our coffers, okay, our purses. So then you see in 1987, bloop, drop down to 38% and then 28%. 28% is the top marginal tax rate. Obviously, it has to be increased again, which is a really just a devastating proposition. Read my lips. No new taxes. Boom. That was a fucking lie. You had to readjust because the economy was like literally heating up. Okay, so George H.W. is punished post-Reagan. Okay? That increase continues. We're back to like 39%, and then it holds strong. Bush drops it back down to 35%.
Hasan PogU.
That proposal is supposed to sunset. That proposal is maintained for a couple more years, and the top marginal tax rate goes back up to 39%. Donald Trump comes in, lowers it down in 2017 to 37%. So what we're trying to do with the increase in the top marginal tax rate is bring it back up to 39%. So just pre-Trump era. So when people say like, oh my God, this is devastating, how the fuck? Top marginal tax rate is what the highest tax rate a person can get, yes. But it's not, unfortunately, given how dynamic wealth is now, and that the bulk of the wealth or the bulk of the money that rich people use, or wealthy people rather use, do not come from their actual fucking income anymore. This is an outdated structure regardless. I'm still in favor of increasing the top marginal tax rate. However, the real wealth, the real cookies are trapped away in assets, okay, in the stock market. So, here's the corporate tax rate and the brackets.
Cookies for you.
Corporate tax rate 1%. In 1909, we got to go back. We got to make America great again, brother. We got to go back to 1907. Nothing crazy happened around that time, so I think we need to go back to that. You look at that, brother. That's when America was truly great. 1913, top marginal tax rate 7%. Make my goddamn money and I keep it to myself. The government can't take nothing from me. Corporations already like fundamentally do not fundamentally get around these corporate tax rates no matter what you fucking do. Okay, they hide their assets overseas. They go to Ireland. They take numerous other measures in an effort to avoid paying higher taxes, despite being American companies, despite using American infrastructure, despite selling to Americans, which is, you know, an engine of consumption.
Donkeys.
We've got a 35% top tax rate and bracket for corporations since 1993. Donald Trump's like, that's too much. Lowers it to 21%. Now we're trying to salvage that back up to 25 or 27, not even 35. What's the increase for the corporate tax rate? This happened. This, by the way, happened. I just want to remind you guys. This literally happened at a time where corporations were showing record high profits. And now we're trying to bring it back up to like 26 or 25. And Joe Manchin's like, best I can do is 25. You fucking kidding me? This is like pre-Trump era levels, dude. We're not trying to increase to historic highs.
Keck White.
And even then it's like, nope. It's great. So that's why just I want to reset. Oh, this is a huge concept too. I briefly mentioned it in the past, but yes, thank you, Ammo JD. This is why the global tax rate agreement Yellen negotiated in the summer is so important. By the way, Janet Yellen went and reached an agreement with the G7 countries to agree on a 15% minimum global tax rate, so that the G7 countries cannot cuck America and other countries by offering like 0% corporate tax rates to allow shelter to other countries. Not other countries, to allow shelter to American corporations. Now that number is still 15%. That's laughable, okay? This is like, you know, it's 15% because of Ireland, by the way. So that will greatly increase taxes in Ireland. Now, outside of that, you're going to still see countries that do not abide by this. Can we please get a world government? You'll still have countries that try to abide outside. Move around this. It's unclear how much support the new tax floor has been in parts of the European Union and other low tax countries. Irish Finance Minister Pascal Donoghue has said he has significant reservations about the US plan and said the country will maintain its 12.5% corporate tax rate for years to come. Donoghue said Saturday that Ireland expects to lose up a fifth of its corporate tax revenue under the plan, amounting to roughly €2 billion a year. The country's relatively low tax rate is credited with helping to attract major corporations like Apple, Facebook and Google to Ireland in recent years, and Donahue told the Irish Times that he plans to continue to make the case for legitimate tax competition with certain boundaries.
10/10 accent.
Bare fucking minimum, dude. Anyway, yeah, if you thought that I wasn't going to be Hibernophobic, you're fucking wrong. You're wrong. Yeah, there's podophobia on this goddamn broadcast.
On lawyers and lobbyists on K Street who are saying that they're the people who have scammed you. They're the people whose monopolies continue to be untouched. They continue to be untouched all because they can buy the best lobbyists, they can buy the best lawyers, they can buy the best influencers on Capitol Hill, across Washington, D.C., and across Wall Street. Please, please, Democrats, do better than that. Tax capital, take a dent on these super wealthy billionaires who keep accumulating, keep amassing fortunes.
I don't understand. It's like, oh, sorry, sweaty. I took Econ 101. And that means I know that a lot of those are just assets, okay? That's not liquid,
Cringe,
sir.
cringe.
What that means is all that tendy money is actually just sitting there, okay? I took Econ 101. That doesn't mean Jeff Bezos has billions and billions of dollars. Of course, there is a process of liquidating it. There is a process where Jeff Bezos could sell off stocks like he does from time to time on his own leisure, or the infinite money glitch. That's right. The IRS fears this infinite money glitch. It's called taking a loan out against your infinite assets. Just take a fucking loan out. You have literally you have infinite leverage. You will never run out of money this way. Which is what a lot of these rich people do. What are they going to do? You'll fucking, you'll just pay it off slowly but surely. Just take a fucking loan out. The IRS hates this trick. Hates it.
Because you're just, when you're taxing income a little bit more, 2% here, 3% here, you're missing the target. If you want to make this country a fairer place, if you want to get us back to where we were before, where there wasn't just such massive divergence between the super wealthy and the rest of Americans, you're going to have to rewrite your tax plan, because that one's just lousy.
Democrats.
What's fucked is I played the stock market for the first time this year, made a lot of money on AMC, and I'm going to pay higher taxes percentage-wise than those who profited 10 to 20 million. And now the new admin raised capital gains tax on gains less than a certain amount. Retail level investors. The government tries to make money where it can. The unfortunate reality is like the bottom of the top 1% is always going to be much easier to tackle with than the top of the top 1%. Doesn't matter if they have an endless amount of money. It's just impossible to fucking deal with them because they also have an endless amount of resources and in many cases, way deeper pockets than you. There's a reason why we don't actually, for example, go after, Jared Kushner's dad, who ironically was in prison, but we don't go after Jared Kushner's dad for buying a wing at Harvard to make sure that his dumbass fucking son can get a Harvard degree. But we end up going after, celebrities' sons and daughters and celebrities that are like, millionaires for cheating the system. It's still justifiable to do so. Do not misunderstand me. But there is the reality there that they will never go after the super rich. Part of the problem is that the IRS doesn't have enough funds to deal with people like that. And when they increase the funds, they go for a larger percentage of the population. The bottom side of the 1%, the bottom side of the top 1%, athletes, doctors, people like myself, YouTubers, shit like that, is easier to go after than, you know, CEOs and owners of corporations and people that have all of their assets in the stock market.
PogU, thank you, Hasan, for all that you do.
But the other side of this is that people like myself can absolutely give back more, I think. So I would rather have the IRS stop going after fucking middle income and middle class people and instead go after some, you know, every now and then, just like a one whale. Celebrities make most of their money as income. Their money doesn't come with a corporate executive buff that grants it special tax status. Yes. Are you considered middle or whale? No, I'm in the 1%, but way closer to the bottom of the 1% than anywhere near middle of the 1%. But I'm still in the 1%, so it's totally reasonable to tax me more. I love how Snopes rates something as a mixture if it's true, but they don't like it, lol. Oh, dude, I know. They do this all the time. Did World Trade Center leaseholder buy terrorism insurance just before 9/11? A mixture. World Trade Center leaseholder Larry Silverstein did buy terrorism insurance 2 months before 9/11, then collected double its value on the grounds that there were 2 attacks. So why is that a fucking mixture? Shaking my head, grifter. Wait, what? Why? Just months before 9/11, World Trade Center's lease was sold to Larry Silverstein. Silverstein took out an insurance plan that fortuitously covered terrorism. After 9/11, Silverstein took the insurance company to court, claiming he should be paid double because there were 2 attacks. He won and was awarded $4.5 million. Wait, what? Is that million or billion? That's billion. $4.5 billion. Oh my God. So what's the mixture there? I don't understand. That's the claim. A disgraced FBI agent who saw the threat of the Taliban doing something like this was the head of security of the... What? Okay, stop. While the story obviously contains an element of fact, it's also partly fiction, most notably the implication made via the use of scare quotes around the world fortuitous that Silverstein's decision to purchase terrorism insurance just before 9/11 was no mere coincidence. Yeah, no, I mean, the reason why he did this is because the World Trade Center had been attacked already.
Hi, chat.
Like, yeah, no shit. Yeah, if you recently fucking purchased it, if you recently leased the World Trade Center, yeah, you're going to fucking beef up the terrorism attack insurance because it's literally been attacked before. There you go. That's your fucking coincidence. Why do people do stuff like this? I don't understand. It was attacked years ago. Why 2 months prior? I don't know. Maybe because he fucking leased it 2 months prior, dude. What do you mean? Do you not see it? Yeah, he literally leased it and then immediately doubled up on the fucking terrorism insurance. Why the fuck wouldn't you? God, come on, dude.
Love the stream, Hasan. Thanks for doing what you do.
Glenn Greenwald gave you a shout out in a tweet about the Cali recall. What did he say again? I know he was talking yesterday. Anyway, so interesting to see MSNBC joining this cause. Oh, dude, this was fucking mind-boggling. Remember when I had this conversation with you guys? Nintendo America. The latest Nintendo Switch update is now available, including the ability to pair Bluetooth devices for audio output. Remember when I fucking said this and you guys were like trying to make up reasons as to why they can't do it? I was like, why the fuck don't they do this? And you guys were literally, all the Nintendo simps in the chat were like, actually, like, it's really difficult. It's really difficult to do. Well, guess what? They were able to do it 4 years later with nothing. You even read my dumbass reasons? See? Will this chatter learn from his prior mistakes of just blurting out whatever comes to his mind about this in an effort to, like, defend fucking giant corporations? No. He will continue being just as silly in the chat. Twitch chat is a bunch of silly bitches.
Yeet.
Always. Some people are saying that Bluetooth latency is complex, particularly on consoles, and that it is much more complicated than just turning it on. And my answer is, no, it's not. Yeah, so there was that. We already talked about the AOC stuff that she's doing. Red Cloth Amendment. Congress accidentally figured out how to meaningfully reduce poverty and hunger with this one weird trick, giving poor people money, then quietly got rid of it. Pressure to bring it back is good and certainly more important than a seventh meta discourse about the Remember that 9.3 million people were thrown off their most important financial lifeline overnight, and we had virtually zero public discussion about it. Yeah. Hey, you guys remember when we quietly found out that giving money to poor people, especially ones that were thrown off their jobs as a consequence of a global pandemic, actually led to the eradication of fucking poverty at a level that was historic? Remember when that happened during the pandemic? Which was, like, insane. It's a very... The quoted tweet got deleted. That was a wild thing. But hey, you know what comes along with that wild thing? People are less likely to... Wait, the Glenn Greenwald tweet got deleted? No, it didn't. It's right here. The campaign to keep Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom in power has raised at least $82 million, more than 6 times what the leading GOP candidate Larry Elder has raised. Newsom raised $40 million more than all the anti-recall candidates combined. Whatever you want to say about the Democratic Party, you can't deny that they're very, very good at raising huge amounts of money from centers of financial power. And in this case, Newsom also has strong left-wing support from DSA, Hasan the Hun, and ACLU, SoCal, etc. I love that he posted my name. Like, he just added me alongside the DSA and ACLU SoCal. Oh, this tweet got deleted? Wait, why did this tweet get deleted? Jeff Stein talked about this before. Possibly I missed something, but it appears that AOC is the only member to either in the House or Senate pushing for the renewable UI benefit. I'm going to undo this. Pushing for the renewable UI benefits. AOC wasn't the only. I think that's probably the reason why Jeff deleted that. I think there were a couple other people in the House that were advocating for it. I hope, going back to the Glenn Greenwald thing, I hope Gavin Newsom is aware that I'm a fucking power broker in California politics. You know what I mean? Like, does Gavin know that? Did I know that? No, I did not. But do I feel that way? Absolutely not. Congrats on becoming the leader of the Twitch chat party. You're built like a socialist institution, no head and a full body.
Half a year smile.
Yeah, Gavin did send me a birthday card and also did kiss my ring. I made him kiss the fish ring. He came up to me and he asked. He said,
"Good stuff.
Hasan, can we do this? Can we destroy Larry Elder?" And I said to him, kiss the ring. I said to him, you come to me, Gavin, on this day, my daughter's wedding. And I say to you, I grant you this one wish. On the condition that you never fuck my wife or my daughter. Anyway. But yeah, well, Jeff had some other fucking tweets earlier today. I don't know why this one got deleted, but let's I'm gonna pull this up right now actually. That showed that 2020 we defeated, like 2020 had some incredible gains, saw some incredible gains in eradicating poverty in the United States of America. As a direct consequence of cash payment plans like this. Census showing that the poverty rate fell in 2020 during one of the worst labor market shocks in U.S. history due to the combo of stimulus checks and federal relief and eviction moratoriums that reached millions both in and outside of the workforce and this of course reflects the limits of the jobs to reduce poverty. Obviously, this is a terrifying proposition. This is not a good proposition because that would mean that, that would mean that Uber would be shittier and shittier. That would mean that it would get harder and harder to fucking find, janitorial staff. That would make it harder and harder to have fry fryers and burger flippers at McDonald's. Okay? And you can't have that, folks. You fucking can't have that. Kidding me? I did run a commercial break 37 minutes ago, my friend. I don't know why you're saying you missed it. Now, some bad news. Prescription drug reform has failed. Representative Kathleen Rice beat out AOC for a spot on the Energy Commerce. The Energy Commerce Committee in the House of Representatives. And Rice's no vote on prescription drug negotiation policy sunk the provision for now. A reminder that Kathleen Rice, who was chosen over Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez for that position, was put in that position of power specifically to do shit like this. Rice and two other House Democrats oppose aggressive drug price reform, which provides the budget savings available to fuel spending in the Build Back Better Act. So if you're wondering, like, you know, what it takes sometimes for progress to occur, these are the things that are happening behind closed doors. This is how minor differences or marginal changes in people's lives, or marginal changes that would lead to drastic consequences, drastic benefits in the lives of average Americans are stopped dead in its tracks behind closed doors.
Because of falling debris at HasanAbi can't install bombs during a
Maybe
fire
AOC is not that good at her job / is not qualified. Green New Deal is shit. Sorry. Build nuclear. Maybe AOC isn't actually that good. My friend, you are what is known as a cuck. You're a pathetic loser who will always lose for the rest of his life, because not only do you lose and you get angry at your fucking devastating losses and how shitty your life is, but when someone is telling you like how things could potentially be marginally better, just like a little bit better, you turn around and you fucking lash out against that person telling you how the situation is. You are a cuck. And other Americans that fancy themselves to be brave free thinkers just like you are the reason why progress is impossible in this fucking country. Because the only time where cucks like you ever decide to get off the couch and get mad at something is when they have misplaced anger, legitimate anger that is misplaced towards those who are trying to help them. You would rather continue living in filth and marginally worsening your situation and your material conditions rather than ever make a change. And change is scary, but a change for the better. That's the best part about Americans, is that they fucking fancy themselves to be like, you know, John Wayne. Americans love thinking of themselves as like they're, you know, brave free thinkers, right? But so many of them are just fucking dumbass hogs who get fed a steady diet of American exceptionalism and rugged individualism exclusively so they turn their attention away from genuine progress. Look at this Kathleen Rice qualification for shooting down this pharma proposal. Kathleen ran for district attorney of Nassau County in 2005 and shocked the Long Island political establishment by defeating a 31-year incumbent. Received national acclaim for her efforts to combat drunk driving, which led to a statewide overhaul of DWI laws. Domestic violence and gang activity before joining the office's elite homicide bureau. I don't see anything about energy or pharmaceuticals in here. But I guess she's a veteran.
7 whole months. I can feel the filthy left-wing blood running
First
through
year
my
conducted
brains.
rigorous oversight of the Trump administration's border policies. Wow, that's sick. Leading voice on national security members. That's great. In Congress, I've always put the health and safety of Long Island first, whether it meant securing billions for dollars in aid in New York during the pandemic, taking on drugs and insurance companies to lower the cost of healthcare, or protecting a woman's right to choose. Big news. Representative Kathleen Rice says she cannot support prescription drug title in front of Energy and Commerce Committee today. Scott Peters also announced he's a no. This health title is in big trouble and in danger of failing. What a shocking, shocking response from Kathleen Rice.
Hasan, you look very handsome today.
The three centrist Dems who tanked, they got a total of $1.8 million donors from Big Pharma. Stop. Stop. You're surprising me with the words that you are, with what you are stating. What? No. Scott Peters getting 88,550 from pharmaceuticals and 10,800 from Pfizer. 21,000 from insurance. 24,500 from pharmaceuticals. This is, of course, direct funding, and it doesn't include the all the PACs, all the PAC money that they also probably received and benefited from. Sellouts for nothing. Dude, that's a game changer. Are you fucking kidding me? That's a massive game changer. That amount of money is a lot for whatever fucking race that they're in, dude. It's a top industry. And it's not just that, chat. And by the way, I just want to remind you, that's just 1 year. Okay? But what you also have to remember here is, this is why I always say there are many tools to fucking pressure congressional Democrats beyond just like finger wagging that the Democratic Party does not engage in. Okay? The Democratic Party leadership does not engage in. Why do you think this guy's getting this money to get reelected? He's getting this money to get reelected because he's on the Energy and Commerce Committee. Do you not understand this?
Believe Larry Elder, creator of the
You think it's an accident that he's getting $37,500 from the oil and gas industry over the course of just one fucking year in 2021, between 2021 and 2022? He's getting it because he's on that fucking committee. If he was on 0 committees, he would not get the same amount of fucking money because he wouldn't have the power to fucking shoot down bills like this. So calling your fucking senator or begging them to do the right thing is not necessarily the best way to go about this. The unfortunate reality is that the best way to pressure these fucking dipshits is by pressuring party leadership to pressure these dipshits by threatening committee position removal. Why is this legal? How is this not bribery? My friend, it is bribery. I've talked about this a million times over, but it bears repeating. We in the Western world like to look down and you know, make fun of countries like Pakistan where bribery exists, right? Except we have nepotism and bribery baked into our institutions. We have nepotism that is legalized and perfectly normalized in the form of legacy admissions in the colleges. We have bribery legalized and completely formalized in the form of lobbying and campaign contributions. Okay? That's how this works. But because we have made it legal, well, that's a lot different than the way that, you know, we look down upon and I guess orientalize. Is that the proper term for this? We engage in Orientalism regularly. Whenever we talk about countries like Pakistan or countries like Turkey and like countries where there are corrupt states. And the only reason why we are above that is because we have legalized it. That's it. And the website that this information is coming from is opensecrets.org for the record, if you guys want to find out more.
Moon 2L.
By far the worst part about finding out shit like this is how damn cheap they buy these people off. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do it though. Like, because there's a cap. There's a max cap. Like, Like, if I had the opportunity to buy motherfuckers like this off, I would do it. It's just that I can't do it as an individual. That's why I would have to create a PAC and then get other people on board and dump unlimited funds and, you know, have these meetings where Scott Peters comes to the PAC and I say, hey, you want to get reelected? I got you, brother. Don't worry about it. I got you, baby. We got you. We got fucking $14 million in our PAC. Okay? We will dump all of those fucking ads. We will destroy any and all enemies that you have. You will get reelected in the smoothest ride possible. Huh. Why don't you start a PAC? It's fucking insane, dude. No, I'm not going to start a fucking PAC. It's like the same energy as like, oh, do you want to change the system? Do the stock market then. Like, make some fucking serious capital gains, brother. Insanity. Like, absolute insanity. Anyway. So yeah. Check out the top 10 contributors to Schrader's campaign. Southwest Airline Pilots Association. Well, that's not bad. NetJets Association of Shared Aircraft Pilots. That's not bad at all. But then Blue Cross Blue Shield, American Veterinary Medical Association. These aren't like terrible. Oh, this is all top 5. Never mind. National Turkey Federation. What the fuck? National Propane Gas Association. Yeah, because BLM isn't a thing. What? Don't you see the often Western-backed Middle Eastern leaders as a whole nother level of corrupt? I mean, just experience of Iraq government officials are literally mafia. If you think that the American government isn't just as corrupt as the Iraqi leadership or the Afghan leadership, you have been brainwashed by American media or Western media in general into thinking that, like, what we do here is acceptable. Okay? Are you nuts? Are you fucking insane? I'm literally showing you the legalized process in which people fucking bribe government officials, and you're staring at that and going, well, these guys are like a little bit more corrupt, I think.
Thank you, Hasan and Mike from
It's just like we literally fully legalize the corruption so you don't see it as corruption. That's the difference. Dude, like, I mean, dude. Here's a great example of this, okay? Dick Cheney resigned as the CEO of Halliburton in July 25th, 2000. Okay? He started off, you know, in his last term, he was on the Board of Council Foreign Relations, Foreign Policy. Okay? He joined the American Enterprise Institute immediately, AEI, which is fucking awful, okay? One of the worst think tanks of all time, public policy research think tanks of all time, reactionary right-wing psychopath. Then he served as a second term as a Council of Foreign Relations Director. That's so weird. The revolving door just keeps revolving, dude. So odd. And then he went on from 1995 until 2000 to serve as the chairman of the board and chief executive officer of Halliburton, a Fortune 500 company. One of the world's largest oil field service companies. Chat. Now, it's really interesting because he ended his CEO term as the Halliburton CEO in July 2000. I wonder what happened immediately after that. Oh, that's right. He became vice president of the United States of fucking America. That's true. That is what happened. And the only reason why he didn't actually fucking become president is because he had a gay daughter.
Happy 9 months, brother.
Halliburton reportedly reached an agreement on July 20th to allow Cheney to retire with a package estimated at $20 million. Wow. Wow. Kind of interesting. Well, it must have been nice. I wonder if that $20 million compensation package paid dividends back to Halliburton and also back to Vice President Dick Cheney. Oh, that's right. Dick Cheney got us into Iraq. I want to see what Halliburton's stock price looks like. Really quickly. I just want to look at like what happened to Halliburton stock prices. What happened around here that shot this up gigantically? Does anyone know? What could have happened to... I mean, it's like there's like steady rises, lows, whatever. Okay, boom. You know, there's an increase. I'm sure there was like some shit going on there. What happened around here that like could have absolutely fucking comstered Halliburton's stock rise to historic highs? You know, look at this tear that he went on all the way up until 2006. What was that? What happened like right around here? I wonder what the announcement was. Like what really fucking kicked it up a notch?
Yeah.
They also had 3 2-to-1 price splits. Stocks don't even matter. They got billions in no-bid contracts from the U.S. government. Isn't that 9/11? No, it's fucking 9/11 happened prior to this. Okay? No. It's not 9/11. It's the invasion of Iraq, chat. It's the invasion of Iraq. The price splits mean that the chart would look like it went to the absolute moon if it didn't split. That's it. Anyway.
Hassle.
So just a fun little reminder for everybody who's like wondering how this, how non-corrupted our American government is.
Pog. I think you mean Bush's Hold Crusade. Lol. Have a great day.
The one argument I can give for the American system is that at least it's legal and in the open, so we can see who's influenced by what. Unlike other systems where it's all hidden, but now we have dark money. Yeah, no, it's not, dude. It's not. It's completely hidden. It's dark money. It's super PACs. What the fuck are you talking about? It's just as hidden as it is with every other, as it is with like every other corrupt administration. Chat, like. It's not a fucking accident that every single politician, with the exception of Joe Biden, who's like kind of fucking stupid, has become multimillionaires after they fucking got in office. And everyone does it from Nancy Pelosi all the way to fucking every Republican. Like, dude, they legally fucking trade on private information that is not readily accessible and available to the public. They literally make stock decisions or have their husbands make some really great fucking choices in the stock market. I mean, it's crazy. It's so wild. I would love to see the portfolio of every single fucking congressperson and like what their fucking year what their year over year return is. I would love to see how they outcompete the market better than like every fucking top hedge fund on the planet. It would be so interesting. I mean, even traders meme about this all the time. They say Nancy Pelosi. There's like a photo of fucking Nancy Pelosi next to George Soros, and they're smiling, and it's like George Soros standing next to wise, like one of the best investors in the game, Nancy Pelosi. Or it's like one of the best investors on the planet and George Soros.
Two months, let's go Habibi Yalla.
This website shows Congress stock trading after the reports are filed. I am the Senate. After the National Media House report from 2020-2021, this report will show the breakdown of trading by Senate members over 2020-2021. The breakdown will factor sectors by party lines. Holy fuck!
Yes, sir.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What the fuck is this? Republicans were just going nuts, dude. They were going crazy. I mean, look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. They're just good fucking, they're just retail traders, brother. I don't know what you guys are upset about. Like, how the fuck is this legal, dude? How is this legal? How is any of this legal? You are now a conspiracy theorist? I'm a conspiracy theorist for talking about something that is well documented, that like, I want to know what the senators and representatives and their stock portfolios and their yearly fucking, like their yearly return percentages look like in comparison to the fucking average, in comparison to the fucking retail investor, the retail trader, in comparison to like institutional traders, in comparison to hedge funds. And I would just want to see, I want to see like how much better they perform than everyone else. And their spouses too. Because it's not just fucking the immediate spouses also make a fuckload too. Yeah, they must be smarter. They're just like really good, dude. They're just really wise. They're just really wise traders. That's why they fucking sit in Congress and don't do dick and instead fucking trade. Dianne Feinstein's husband stock trades. Oh, dude. Feinstein talks with the FBI about her husband's stock trades. California senator says she had no involvement in the transactions. Oh, totally, dude. Totally. Anyway, let's get to the fucking videos. Let's get to Newsom. Let's get to the fucking CA recall, boys. Let's do it, okay? A wise retail trader knows that you got to fucking hold, okay? You got to hold for the top of the hour ad break, for example. But of course, the wise retail trader already knows that you can invest $4 a month, because it's September right now, to get a fucking Twitch subscription to this channel, which will help you avoid those ads if you want an ad-free broadcasting experience, that is. An even wiser trader knows that you can use a Twitch Prime here, which is free. Also, another wise trader move is to to use an ad blocker or VPN. Thank you, Infangek, for 33 for the 521 gift subs. You will use a ad blocker or VPN, but Twitch Prime is free if you have, that is, if you have an Amazon Prime account that you've gotten from your husband or your wife or your wife's boyfriend. Here's the ad break now.
Make a major projection. CNN projects that California's Democratic governor, Gavin Newsom, defeats the recall and will serve out the year-plus left on his term. Newsom turning back opposition that gained traction earlier in the pandemic, dodging what would have been a serious blow to his party and his career in one of the nation's biggest and bluest states. Again, CNN projects that Democrat Gavin Newsom, the incumbent governor, defeats the recall and will remain governor of California. Dana Bash, this is a much earlier night than we thought. It is a good night for the Democrats, a good night for Gavin Newsom.
Absolutely. Look, a recall is by definition a referendum on the governor. And what the governor's aides are saying that they really feel that they did right is make this not a referendum on him, but a referendum on what would happen if he's not there. What would happen if a Trump Republican took over? What would happen to people with their lives with regard to social issues and, most importantly, COVID? And they had Larry Elder, the leading Republican, as a foil, and also governors, Republican governors of other states for Gavin Newsom to point to say, do you want California to end up like Florida or Texas with regard to mask mandates, not allowing them, or even not even pushing vaccines?
Yeah, no doubt about it. A good night for Democrats. They ran a Democratic playbook in a Democratic state and won. Still some warning signs, I think, for Democrats. There is so much unease in the country around COVID still, around the economy, around climate change. And Gavin Newsom has to govern, and Democrats have to govern, and they have to prove that they can solve these problems. I think that is the big test, right? I mean, he didn't run on his record. He ran against Trumpism. He ran against Elder. He ran against DeSantis. Can he fix the homeless problem in California, which is such a big issue for so many people? So I think that's still the question for Democrats. What is their message about their party and their record of accomplishment?
And Casey, let me ask you, I've seen it said in the last week by Democratic aides, and I wonder if you agree, that the best thing that happened to Gavin Newsom was Larry Elder shooting to the top of the polls for the alternative. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I've had both Democrats and Republicans say that to me over the course of the last.
Bro, Cassie Hunt is the chief national affairs analyst, and she had like literally the dumbest fucking take on this recall. Like, I was reading her fucking dumb Twitter thread last night, and it was honestly like, are you chiefing? Is that where your chief national affairs analyst is coming from?
12 months. Let's
just
go,
fucking delusional.
Day. I mean,
I'm sure she'll mention it now on the broadcast.
I spoke to some of the strategists for some of the rival Republican campaigns in California too, and they said, Larry Elder was the best thing that ever happened to Gavin Newsom. And, I do think the one thing, big picture, and as John is always so careful to point out, these numbers aren't final, obviously, but the margin that we're seeing early in the night is huge for Gavin Newsom. It's bigger than, many people expected.
That sounded like a fart, right?
That many of my sources expected it to be. And I think that shows you that Democrats are still really engaged, or that you can engage them. They haven't tuned out of the news after 4 years of Donald Trump. They are still afraid of that kind of governance coming back, of living that way again, and that there is a way to activate that instinct. Because, of course, sometimes, when you win elections, your voters sit back, they say everything's fine, nothing to worry about, I don't need to get engaged, I don't need to get to the polls. That didn't happen here today.
And Dana, some of the policy positions that were part of Larry Elder's decades-long time in radio, doing talk radio, being provocative, which is the job of somebody in talk radio, but not necessarily appealing to voters, especially not in California, opposing a minimum wage, opposing maternity leave, opposing legal abortion. And as you noted during the COVID pandemic, he was not anti-vaccine, but certainly did not seem like somebody
he
who
said
would,
he got it, but he didn't.
Yeah, he would not impose vaccine mandates as Governor Newsom has. For instance, on healthcare workers and teachers, somebody who is against masking in schools, somebody who has voiced opposition to kids getting vaccinated.
Exactly.
This is not a state that wanted to hear that message.
And that is one of the questions that we are going to see being asked, and that will be a test that states across the country are going to be looking at. And that is, about the Republican Party. I mean, yes, in 2003, Arnold Schwarzenegger won for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is that he was one of the biggest movie stars in the world, but also because he wasn't a sort of base conservative, because that doesn't work in doesn't work in California, but it wouldn't necessarily work in even a purpley state. And so when you...
This is true, by the way. I mean, she absolutely is correct on this. Like, Larry Elder foolishly thought, you know, if I pump up the Trump shit, I'll be able to win. Unironically, you know who had a better fucking idea of how to run? Obviously, it didn't, like, play out well in the polls, but, like, what Caitlyn Jenner was trying to do was literally a better, a better strategy. If Larry Elder was the one doing the Caitlyn Jenner strategy, like, he could have maybe seen a better result. No, Caitlyn Jenner was clueless and she's a fucking idiot, but you have to remember that, like, I mean, dude, a fucking YouTuber did that, okay, and did it on the Democratic Party ticket and won 500,000 fucking votes, dude. 500,000 people voted for a fucking YouTuber. Come on.
See that there were other Republicans on the ballot, like the mayor of San Diego, who are maybe more fitting for a place like California, and they didn't stand a chance because that's not where the Republican Party is. It is a warning sign for Republicans when you look at their national ability.
Well, and let's to pick up on your point about the Republican Party too. I mean, this is the second election that we've had after the 2020 presidential, right? We had those elections in Georgia where you had candidates coming out and saying, "Don't trust the system. Your vote's not going to be counted." Now, before this election, we had...
Have you noticed that there's a chatter here who keeps spamming that you need to stop saying Bob Dylan is a pedophile? What? When have I said that? What does that even mean? And no, I have not seen the chatter that has said that.
We had Larry Elder already starting to say, your vote's not going to be counted. There's already fraud. And I was talking to one California Republican. I mean, I think, you know, we've all covered the fact that California Republicans have actually been voting by mail for years, decades even, in a way that had them extraordinarily comfortable with the system. And now all of a sudden these doubts have been sown. And, you know, I think Republicans also think that that really hurt them potentially and maybe part of the margin here as well. And if you think about how that applies across the map, I mean, it's potentially a real problem for Republicans. And America, obviously, but also for the party.
No, and I think we'll see that in other races. You think about the Virginia governor's race there, the way in which Terry McAuliffe is trying to paint the challenger there, Glenn Youngkin, as a Trumpist, essentially. And I think, you know, that's going to be the big question. How potent is Trump and Trumpism in 2022? We saw here that running against Trumpism was very easy in a Democratic state. We'll see how that plays out in these House races and these other governor's races and Senate races as well.
Very different dynamic.
All right, Anderson? Yeah, Jake, we are waiting to hear from Governor Gavin Newsom. Obviously, we'll bring those comments to you live. Rob, what lessons are clear at this point?
California is behaving politically the way it's drawn. The math is coming through. I do caution that this is a blowout, and those numbers probably shrink. We know from last year's all-vote-by-mail election, Republicans are going to vote late, maybe even vote in person today. But it's clear. It's why we've made the call. It's going to be a big blue victory in a blue state.
I mean, it's literally not even a thing. Like, it was so silly. $300 million wasted for Republicans to just, like, engage in this dumbass fucking campaign. Like, it was just so fucking stupid.
How do you what do you expect to hear from Newsom tonight? I mean, it doesn't seem like there's, I mean, how celebratory would it be?
Well, I'm sure he's being cautioned not to celebrate. He's not exactly known for introspection, though. So I still think you'll see a rather brash acceptance speech or a victory speech, I guess, suppose it is. But he'll be well served. There's not a party that's just going to be a speech. He'll be well served to move on quickly and get back to doing the work of the people.
Look, I think he's been humbled by this experience. You know, your successes give you your confidence. Your setbacks give you your character. He was looking down the barrel of his career being over, and he had to find something in himself. And you saw that with him. He found a deeper passion. He connected with the grassroots. I think you're going to see something good from him tonight. But what I will say is this tonight, it's fear times fear equals frustration. The Republicans were afraid of Gavin, not just because of COVID, but he was doing stuff on.
Were you only pretending to be nervous about the election to increase turnout? No, there was a very real fucking, there was a very real moment where I was nervous when the recall efforts seemed to be winning. Like, there was actually an opportunity there for fucking anyone to really win, because all we needed was like, all the Republicans or whoever the fuck needed was just 51%. And there was a point where polling showed that it was actually very fucking close. And by the way, I did want the turnout to be increased. I promise you that Cody tweet is not that much of a banger. Like, please, you fucking nerds, stop spamming it.
Universal pre-K. He was doing a lot of progressive stuff that scared the Republicans. Then the Democrats got scared of Larry Elder. And it's not just Larry Elder. The Republican Party, the stuff on choice that they've been doing, the stuff that on voting they've been doing, they're being nowhere on climate change, scared Democrats. So you had Republicans get scared of Gavin, then Democrats got scared of Larry Elder. But tonight, most Californians are frustrated because we wasted all this money and all this time, and now we're in the same mess with no progress. So at some point, we got to get out of the politics of fear on both sides.
$270 million.
Dude, oh my God. CNN's analysis is so
CBS
bad,
News
dude. What the fuck? How do these guys get paid like $7 gazillion to just like sit there and be like, there was fear from the Republicans and that's why they wanted to vote for a recall? Yeah, no shit, dude. Thanks, Van Jones. I preferred it more when you were a Maoist, okay? Like, what the fuck? What kind of fucking take is this? Like, oh, wow. So your brilliant analysis of the Republican-backed recall efforts in the state of California was that Republicans were worried about Gavin Newsom. That's crazy. That's brilliant.
Rejects Governor Gavin Newsom has survived an attempt to recall him from office. So far, more than 63% of voters say they want him to stay on as governor of their state rather than be replaced. Now, the ballots are still being counted at this hour. Major Garrett is in Sacramento with more on the story. Major, good morning to you.
You know whose analysis was fucking astute and brilliant and, timely on this issue? I need you to understand this. I'm not even voting. I mean, I'm not even joking. Beanie Boy Tim Pool, who said, why did the recall fail? Because Republicans didn't come out to vote. That's it. And what is he showing for that? How many Republicans voted for Donald Trump in the general election versus how many voters voted in the recall? Now that's brilliant. Why is that brilliant? Because it's so fucking stupid that, like, I really didn't think, it's like a child. He's, like, creative in a way that a child is. You know what I mean? It's brilliant. And by the way, that's at 68%. But that doesn't even matter. That doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. He's like, see, if every single Republican that voted for Donald Trump turned around and voted yes on the recall, and then no Democrats actually came out and voted, Gavin Newsom would have been recalled. The irony is that this is at 68% reported.
Recall these nuts.
But, like, he put a red line under this because, and to show that, this is the comparison you should be making. Instead of the fact that a larger percentage of Republicans turned out for the recall than a percentage of Democrats. So he had to underline the dumbass fucking data point so that people didn't accidentally arrive at a conclusion where it was like, wait a minute, this data shows that more Republicans, a higher percentage of Republicans turned out for this election than in comparison to the prior one. Like, how do you own yourself? Tim Pool arriving at the incredible conclusion that a random recall election is not going to motivate people to turn out at the same degree as the fucking general election for the president.
Happy 6 months.
So to the Tim Pool fans, I have to say, dude, if you want to be a fucking idiot, like, Tim Pool is a great person. Tim Pool is the greatest person you can get your knowledge from. You will just always look like a fucking dumbass to anyone that knows a little bit more than you. Not a lot, just a little bit more than you. Someone who doesn't just hyper focus with horse blinders on these two numbers that are outlined, that like literally just look at the fucking data that is Tim Pool is presenting himself. There you go.
Has woke. Hassle. Has PogUs.
That's not turnout, that's vote percentage. Yeah, no, I'm saying that like vote percentage implies that Republicans turned out better in comparison to the fucking Democrats on this fucking recall effort. That's the funny thing.
Third trimester B-Bay.
But if he's going to say if 6 million Republicans turned out, they would have won, that's the point he's trying to make. Yeah, but that's fucking idiotic. They're voting for the president. You can't make a comparison to voting for the fucking president, dude. Like, if 6 million Republicans are turning out, why wouldn't Democrats turn out at the same degree?
Happy 9-month sub anniversary. My wife is 9-month pregnant, due anytime now. She doesn't realize she's not the only one that has been gestating for the last 9 months. Love your work, Hasan. Thanks for everything.
Like, unless you literally think that this is a coherent and intelligent point, which is to say, if every single Republican in the state turned out and none of the Democrats turned out, then the Republicans would win. Which is basically what a baby would write. Like, that's, you're a baby. Yeah, exactly. If every single Republican, if every single person that voted for a Republican and no one voted for the Democrat, then yes, the Republican would win. That's not how analysis works, though.
Hassle.
68% reporting fair point. If you extrapolated, it was likely to fail anyway. Perhaps too many people fled the state already, and too many people like being under the boot. I love that. I love that when people pointed out how fucking stupid this analysis was, he was like, maybe it was for some other reason. Or maybe it's because California is a deep blue state, dude. Have you ever thought about that? Yeah, it must have been that too many people fled the state, dude. Incredible. Incredible, brilliant, concise, coherent analysis from Tim Pool, who also had this to say. A man was charged with forgery after being found with 300 recall ballots in his car. So no, widespread is the effective term. Journalism desperately needs a new adjective. Claiming no evidence of widespread voter fraud is deeply misleading. Better would be no evidence of any voter fraud or no evidence of voter fraud. At worst, no evidence of significant voter fraud. Otherwise amounts to lying. So Tim Pool's answer to that is widespread is the effective term. I don't even understand. I guess he's just saying that, like, there is voter fraud because 300 recall ballots was found. So that's enough to, like, what does that mean? Like, what is this semantics? All 300 people were mailed their ballots again so they could vote. Dude had a bunch of other stolen items, and they found no political intent involved in the incident. That's neither widespread nor is it voter fraud, Timothy. Was this guy a Dem? Dude, my fucking agent was like, I found myself watching a lot of Tim Pool. Like, he seems like a guy who gives it to both sides. I was like, dude, you stop that right now. What are you saying? Normans still get captivated by Tim Pool's rhetoric, where he says, like, he's a liberal. Like, Normans literally still... I mean, I'm fucking calling out my agent right here on the timeline, but goddamn, dude, like...
Only 4 months left until I can say something dumb and get banned.
I'm not going to fire my agent. Shut the fuck up. Hogs are hella good at sniffing out missing or discarded ballots. Wait, what is this? Only in America can a black person become president or a white supremacist. Hashtag we got a country to say. What does this even mean? Oh, man. Okay, the funniest stuff about the recall isn't like whatever this dumb analysis is, but instead, Larry Elder, Larry Elder and his website that like announced that he lost and that there was already like, there was already discrepancies in like, and you know, he was pointing to voter fraud before the results even started getting tabulated.
9 months. Time to say
that was really funny.
Stupid.
And then the other really funny thing was when you know, OAN and like Newsmax and shit
all you do sit.
refused to report that Larry Elder even conceded and are still advocating that like Larry Elder won lightly. I love that.
Good morning, Gail. Good morning, everyone from Sacramento. On Sunday in Los Angeles, I asked Governor Newsom if the recall election had taught him anything. He said every elected official who had to make decisions during the pandemic about lockdowns, vaccines, social distancing, schools had been scrutinized and criticized. And the governor told me he'd made mistakes. But now Newsom has something those other elected officials don't have, vindication, because this recall election in the end was a referendum on his pandemic policies.
Yeah, totally, dude. Vindication. like 90% of the vote no on the recall effort ads, not 90 actually, I'm going to say 100% almost, okay? Almost 100% of the vote no on the recall ads did not feature Gavin Newsom. Okay, they didn't talk about how great Gavin Newsom was. They only talked about, like, please, we know Gavin Newsom isn't great, okay? I did the same shit too. Like, literally every single person was like, bro, listen, we all know Gavin Newsom spends more time quaffing his fucking hair than actually tackling the homelessness crisis. We know that California has serious fucking problems with wealth inequality, with a housing market that has completely gotten out of control, with an administration that places the interests in the real estate brokers and developers over the interests of everyday citizens who are fleeing the fucking state because it's completely unaffordable. But come on, the other guy is so much worse. Please do not recall Gavin Newsom. Please vote no, unless you want this absolute fucking psychopath who wants to lower the minimum wage to $0, who believes that maybe women shouldn't be able to get abortions easily, who wants to turn the state of California into Florida, or worse, Texas. Please vote no on the recall. Literally, Joe Biden was making an argument not for Gavin Newsom, but instead against Larry Elder. That is literally what everyone was saying. So this notion that there was a vindication for Gavin Newsom here is psychotic. Okay? There's no vindication. It's just that, like, people were terrified of Larry Elder. That's it.
And the result was a blowout.
No is not the only thing that was expressed tonight.
Governor Gavin Newsom decisively defeated a recall effort sparked in part by his lockdown and mandate approach to dealing with the pandemic.
I want to focus on what we said yes to as a state. We said yes to science. We said yes to vaccines. We said yes to ending this pandemic.
Most voters said the governor's policies were about right rather than too strict. And coronavirus was the most important issue for those voting to keep Newsom in office. But among those who voted to oust the governor, the economy and homelessness topped the list. Newsom raised about $70 million to fight the recall.
And when motherfuckers were like voting no for Gavin Newsom or voting yes for Gavin Newsom, like people that voted yes on the recall were restaurateurs and real estate developers. And the reason why they were fucking voting yes was because they were like, why aren't we just like killing homeless people? Like, I don't understand. Larry Elder will kill homeless people, and that's what I want, so I'm going to vote yes. So, you know, just remember that.
The list. Newsom raised about $70 million to fight the recall, roughly 6 times.
70 million could have fixed a lot of homeless issues. Dude, you guys are fucking babies, man. Like, I'm sorry. Guys, we're talking about the fucking state of California. $70 million fixes nothing, okay? What the fuck are you talking about? Gavin Newsom literally pledged $12 billion back in March to tackle homelessness. $12 billion, okay? With a B. Like, holy shit, people, come on, dude. $70 million can't even fix a fucking pothole in this goddamn state. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
The total of conservative radio talk show host and GOP frontrunner Larry Elder.
We recognize that we lost the battle, but we are certainly going to win the war.
That war could be California's next gubernatorial election in just 14 months, a race that may again pit Elder against Newsom.
Let me just say this. Stay tuned.
Newsom, who drew support from prominent Democrats, spent the home stretch of the campaign tying Elder to former President Donald Trump, a deeply unpopular figure in California, and it seems to have worked.
I'm humbled and grateful to the millions and millions of Californians that exercise their fundamental right to vote and express themselves so overwhelmingly by rejecting.
We repaved a 5-mile section of the highway and it cost $112 million. Yeah.
The division.
Elder had toyed with the idea of filing legal challenges against the recall results, arguing without any evidence whatsoever that fraud might tip the scales. Well, Newsom's landslide buried that notion. Elder said last night, "I lost," and he urged his supporters to accept defeat graciously. Tony?
Yeah, if you're going to win.
Yeah, he might have fucking accepted defeat graciously, but his fan base has not.
It helps to win by a lot. Major, thank you very much.
We recognize that we lost the battle, but we are certainly going to win the war.
They were booing him. There were people in the crowd being like, nope.
We are forcing them now to pay attention to the problem of homelessness. We are forcing them now to do a better job on schools. We are forcing them now to do a better job on clearing our forests. We're forcing them now to do a better job about energy. We are forcing them now to pay attention to the things they should have paid attention to 2 years ago. My father always told my brothers and me, hard work wins. You get out of life what you put into it. You cannot control the outcome, Larry, but you are 100% in control of the effort. And before you complain about what somebody said to you or did to you, go to the nearest mirror, look at it and say, what could I have done to change the outcome? And finally, my father always told this to my brothers and me, no matter how hard you work, how good you are, sooner or later, bad things are going to happen. How you deal with those bad things will tell your mother and me if we raised a man. And every day, I try to please my mother and my father by trying to convince them that they, in fact, have raised a man. So, I just want to thank everybody, all my volunteers, all the people who knocked on doors, who rang doorbells, who made phone calls, who went online.
Yeah, you fucking losers. Yeah, have fun with that, you fucking loser bitches, dude. Imagine door knocking for fucking Larry Elder. What a dumbass, dude. Hold this L, Larry. Double L.
I want to thank my wonderful campaign staff. I have been a politician for all of 7 or 8 weeks. How am I doing?
Stalin was good, actually.
They are now listening in ways they never listened before.
I can't even watch this fucking loser. All right. So bombshell allegations from, I don't even care. Do we care about this Mike Milley shit? Like General Milley said to China, we're not going to bomb you. Like, I feel like this is, I'm skipping this. It's so stupid. I literally do not care. I would rather watch, I would rather watch a conservative lose their fucking shit over it than like actually.
To the Milley thing, I think that what sets the stage here is, and I know, Mitt Romney.
Did I say Mike? Whatever.
You know what to do. Hit it.
Do you have the audio?
Come on, you've got to have it, right? Mitt Romney. How do we feel about Mitt Romney?
Romney, he sucks.
Yes.
There we go.
But
caught him off
he
guard.
did grill Blinken with some questioning yesterday.
Another fashionista stole your fit?
Yeah.
Bro. This is the fucking queen, dude. Are you kidding me? Are you joking, dude? I wish I was like half as fashionable as Valkyrie. This is a silly comparison. When I wear blue flames, you guys make fun of me. You say Guy Fieri. When Valkyrie wears blue flames, you guys are like, oh my God, poggers. Oh my God, she's so pretty, poggers. I would like to get a little bit more, support from my community. Okay?
Yeah. And I think this is important because it'll bring us into the Milley situation. Let's roll that clip of Romney and Blinken.
How many of them, approximately, you said we don't know the exact number, but how many legal permanent residents are we convinced are still in Afghanistan?
We don't have an exact number, but it's in the
number?
In the thousands.
Pardon?
In the thousands.
In the thousands.
Yeah, in the thousands. So this is important.
Wait, what? Yo, these guys don't give a fuck about who's in Afghanistan, bro. Like, conservatives are, first of all, like, There's probably like one or two. There's probably like one or two motherfuckers that are still there that are like, I'm trying to get out and I can't. But this notion that like the defense contractors that literally chose to stay behind in Afghanistan because that's where they make their money. Like, dude, we fucking evacuated 114,000 people, okay? To act like that was not overall successful is psychotic. And don't worry, there was plenty of bloodshed that we caused on the way out too. It's insane. This notion that these people are like still there. These are the Americans that we left behind. Like, they're just trying to fucking make a narrative. And the funny thing is, no one gives a fuck. Like, literally no one cares. They are desperately trying to look at this 49,000 views. A fucking cuck, dude. He'll stop talking about this tomorrow. If this shit doesn't break, 500,000, he's never going to talk about it again. I promise you. Okay? Like, it's just so cucked. It's so cucked. It's just so stupid. It's so pathetic. Like, no, you are literally trying to create more news there, and the outrage is not being manufactured because no matter how much you fucking cheat, lie, scream, piss, and shit in your fucking diapers, 70% of Americans believe that an Afghanistan withdrawal was the right thing to do. Doesn't matter what percentage of it we're like, oh my God, I can't believe Biden did a poor job or whatever. None of that matters. 70% of Americans still, at this point, believe that the Afghan withdrawal was necessary. You can't fuck around with those numbers, baby. Doesn't matter. You can cry as much as you want. Wah, 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 wee, goo, goo, gaga. What about the Americans that we left behind? Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. I'm going to skip this part. I don't even give a fuck. I want to hear the Mark Milley shit.
Romney said tens of thousands. He said, I don't know, but it would people come in after you thinking, I want to come about this and tell me if I instructed without his Milley. I don't know if you know exactly, was it supposed to be the Chinese?
I don't know exactly who it was, but it was higher ups.
Because that's been misreported a little bit.
Yeah.
But certainly people in the highest levels of government, if not the top, saying, hey, we're friends. If Donald Trump is going rogue and is going to try and, if he might try and attack you guys, I'm going to give you a heads up. Here they're
You're a scumbag, to be honest. I hope you get left behind to be tortured by the Taliban when they don't let you say your opinions on the internet. Yeah, totally, dude. That's who Steven Crowder cares about, the Afghan citizens that we left behind. You're right. I'm an advocate for evacuating anyone and everyone that wants to come here, okay? I don't think the Taliban would, the Taliban would be like, bro, we love your 9/11 comments, bro. You're very poggers. We are on Twitch. We are on Twitch, bro. We love you, bro. We watch you every day, bro. I mean, you are kind of gay with the painted nails and stuff, but, who am I to say? I wear guy liner, you wear fucking... I wear guy liner, you wear fucking black nail polish, whatever, Are you gay? Bro, why are you gay? I ask myself. Me and the homies in Korengal, we always are saying, why are you gay, bro? We say, benchot. All right, let's keep going.
Treason.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Here, let's show them talk about it on CNN because apparently there may be, the reason this is in a book and it's a big deal is I haven't seen the hard evidence. Donald Trump himself said that he didn't think it was true when he was asked in an interview, but if
applying perfect wings to my eye makeup, it helps me snipe during the bright sun. Yeah, that's right. Michael said it. Taliban, kind of sussy, dude. I don't hate it, though. You look for... Here's what happened, okay? Everyone in the fucking Taliban watched Pirates of the Caribbean, and they were like, bro, this Johnny Depp guy, oh my God, are you kidding me? Look at how sexy he is. Yeah, maybe we do the guy liner, okay? Not bad. It's not bad. It's very good. We do guy liner, we say, if people say, are you gay? We say, shut the fuck up. I am not gay. It helps me snipe in the sun. This is tactical guy liner, bro. What the fuck?
If so, it's treason. CNN seems to think it's true. So I'm going to call it, if they seem to think they have access to some tapes, they have access to some evidence, but they know it's damning, so they don't want you to have it. And only if someone does their due diligence and investigates what's going on at CNN and these media companies will we ever know the truth. They have something, we don't. Calling it right now. Here's them talking about it.
He believes Trump, to your point, is unstable, unpredictable, and Woodward and Costa write, Milley believes that Trump is in serious mental decline. He also has been talking back channel to the Chinese. He is aware from intelligence that the Chinese are on edge because of January 6th.
That's how I like my
Trump's
Chinese
behavior.
Yep.
So he's trying to reassure them behind the scenes. Pelosi has the same concerns that Milley does.
I just don't care. Like, I don't personally care. Like, I don't know what the fuck Milley did. I don't care if he was like, hey, don't worry, this guy's a fucking psycho. Like, we're not going to nuke you. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even seem like a bad thing. You know what I mean? It's just like, why? Why are we supposed to care about this? Yeah, Pentagon confirms top general reassured China during last days of Trump. Okay. But, like, who cares? Or why are we supposed to care? Like, I feel like this is this... Like, why do we care about doing PR for this fucking asshole? Okay? Thank you, I am but Pixels for the 5 gifted subs. Yeah, we know he's a Maoist, dude. He read Mao. The TLDR is that Milley told some other officials not to act on any orders of war with China without his approval, and the Hogs think it's treason. Okay. Well, you know, he did the right thing.
What's
there?
9 plus 10? 21 months.
He did the right thing because he's a Maoist woke general. He's a CRT general. That's why. Like, what's the alternative? That, like, no, Trump should be able to nuke whoever the fuck he wants without any supervision? Okay, sick. I disagree. There you go. End of the conversation. I disagree with you, Steven Crowder, or Republicans that think that Trump should fucking nuke whoever the fuck he wants without any other supervision. Okay? Boom. Roasted. Done.
The phone call is dramatic. It is blunt. And Pelosi wants Milley to reassure her that the nuclear weapons are safe. And this is the exchange. Pelosi, who knows what he might do? He's crazy. You know he's crazy. He's been crazy for a long time. So don't say you don't know what his state of mind is. He's crazy. And what he did yesterday, meaning actually 2 days ago, January 6th, is further evidence of his craziness. General Milley says, Madam Speaker, I agree with you on everything.
By the way, have you noticed that every single picture and video of General Milley looks like the ghost of General Milley?
Yes.
Looks like it.
Yeah, he's not hot anymore, dude. What the fuck? Dude, I want generals that I can suck the cocks of, okay? I wanna fucking take out the milky, delicious cummies out of General Milley's dick, okay? When he's not looking hot, when he's looking like the ghost, I hate it. I hate it. One of the biggest problems with our generals is that they're unfuckable, okay?
If General Milley came through a wall on Frighteners.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it really does. He's definitely got that white and black bag, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there's no picture of...
Sick, guys. Yo, I love presenting myself as the beacon of masculinity and you know, masculine heteronormativity, and then spending a non-zero amount of my time on General Milley's fuckability.
Nancy Pelosi, where she doesn't just look like an old haggard dog.
Yeah. Well, because they're trying to say that.
Bro, I'm just saying, if I look like Steven Crowder, I probably wouldn't be talking shit about what other people look like. That's all I'm going to say, okay? This motherfucker, for some reason, still, he's just like, dude, fix your face fat first, okay? He keeps working out, and his body fat percentage decreases everywhere but his fucking jowls, okay? For some reason. Like, what is going on, dude? Why are you like this? Like, why? Why are you like this? I've never seen someone with, like, 15% body fat, but his face has, like, 25% body fat.
Pelosi was calling Trump crazy, and Pelosi will look crazy if you show any picture of Pelosi.
At all.
Period.
Yeah.
She says it 4 times.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
He's crazy, right? He's crazy. Huh? I can't hear you, Madam Speaker. That's just my blow dryer.
The salon ladies turned it up. Hold on.
Hold on, I have to go shit in the street. Gotta keep up with tradition, San Francisco.
My driveway is covered in bum feces.
And that's the way I like it. Clang, clang, clang with the trolley. Are you just singing show tunes? He's crazy, not me. He's crazy.
I have ice cream.
Crowder looks like a youth pastor that only has sex with his wife in missionary position.
Dude, how the fuck is this kid how the fuck is this dude a theater kid? And he can't even, like, bring out a fraction. Dude, I swear to God, let me tell you something, folks, okay? There's plenty of Republicans that love theater, that encapsulate theater kid energy, okay? One of them is, of course, Louisiana's very own crawdad. What's the fucking guy's name? The Louisiana representative? Come on. Clay Higgins. Yes. Like, let me just tell you something, okay? Steven Crowder literally is a theater kid. Like, was in Arthur and you know, got all of this, you know, professional training. And he doesn't have a fraction of the charisma that Clay Higgins has in his, like, pinky, okay? And Clay Higgins isn't even trying. He's just fucking awesome, dude. I mean, let me show you what I mean, okay? He's like, you know, Steven Crowder's out here, like, dancing, you know, doing all this, like, weird shit. Clay Higgins, on the other hand.
Imagine, if you will, a man wanted
for
many
so
crimes,
with my
a man on the run from the law. Imagine a man's life of misery, hiding by day, stealing by night, scared, alone, haunted by his own shadow. This man, Jermaine K. Clark, has 6 criminal warrants for his arrest. He's been seen in the area of Highway 167, sometimes on a bicycle, always at night. Jermaine Clark has been hiding from his fate for long enough. It's time for him to face his own image. And this is where our paths cross. Some say there's destiny in a name. Mr. Clark was given a street name long ago. He should think about that street tag now and how it translates, because the law is after Jermaine Clark, but on the street, he's called Bullethead. Mr. Clark, Bullethead, your actions require a reckoning. I'm asking you to put down your poison cup and place your trust in the justice system that serves you. This is America. You're innocent until proven guilty. Listen to your elders.
Let me tell you something. Steven Crowder can do this, like, donkey dick bullshit fucking theater kid energy all day.
Hold on, I have to go shit in the street. Gotta keep up with tradition, San Francisco.
He will never have a fraction of the fucking charisma that Clay Higgins holds on to in his goddamn pinky, okay? Like, look at this. Both theater kids, both very obviously, like, wanting to be as, like, theatrical as possible. One just is nuclear cringe. The other thinks he's in a fucking Clint Eastwood movie.
Turn yourself in, son. Place your faith in the redemptive power of your own spirit. Behind bars, you'll be treated with respect, and your constitutional rights will be observed. Maybe for the first time, you'll have stillness of spirit. Time to reflect on your choices. Time to prepare.
Ad hominem weak law. Dude, Republicans learn. Dude, conservatives learn proper logical fallacies challenge. Impossible difficulty, okay? Impossible. Ad hominem. I did my job for the day. Time to log out of the HasanAbi chat. Fucking owned them, dude.
For a better future. But, sir, I implore you to act quickly. Hear me well. Your name is a vision, even to give every man according to his ways. Slowly, steadily, surely, the time approacheth when the vision will be fulfilled. On behalf of...
For everybody who like fucking constantly tries to bring out like unrelated logical fallacies, as though like I'm making a logically consistent argument here when I am like picking apart Steven Crowder's argument, yes, but not when I'm like fucking making fun of Steven Crowder being horribly dog shit, despite his theater background, at something that he's desperately trying to do, which is like remain charismatic on camera. If the only thing you could do is like write fucking ad hominem
Steven Crowder
or whatever the fuck you learned from your goddamn Reddit group,
returned it when he moved away to the
okay,
States.
I
So
urge
yes,
you to
he
just
only
like
has
keep it to
missionary
yourself, okay? Instead of seeking these dumbass logic memes, why don't you seek some bitches, okay? I urge you to seek some bitches.
I have ice cream. Look at all of it. He's nuts. Speaking of nuts, do you like pecan?
He's nuts
Because
with
I
this
do.
$4,000 ice cream that I put in my $90,000 freezer. There's no business like show business.
She looks like every scarf is covering a trach hole. Like she just be on that commercial where she's like, "This is
Smoking.
what I have to do now."
Okay, that was like actually not bad. That was like the first joke that I've heard from this broadcast that was like decent.
Right, like she's gonna have a.
I mean, the delivery was still dog shit, but like, you know,
a Val Kilmer equivalent documentary coming out. So
Oh, that was sad.
It was sad. So let me go through treason really quickly before I present to you how they're going to argue this. Again, hold me to it. Under U.S. Code 18, Section 2387, this is, it defined a member of the armed forces who, within...
Yeah, don't care. He did the right thing. Who cares? He's a hero. Suck my dick.
Good evening.
And I don't even care about Milley. Like, fuck him too, but... I'm done. Okay. Tucker Carlson exposed authoritarianism in here. Okay, I can't watch that, dude. There's no shot. We can't do that. There's no way I'm watching that. I'm sorry. This is not happening, okay? That is not happening. This is a guy who literally spent a decent amount of time and energy trying to find Nicki Minaj's cousin in Trinidad's friend's balls. This is an unserious person. Not happening. There was a bunch of other stuff that I wanted to watch, but I can't remember now. Biden is delivering remarks on national security. What? No, I don't want to trigger the crypto boys. They're going to be fucking annoying.
Love ya.
I drank kombucha on TikTok and now I have a career online. What? Bryson Gray, no mask, no vax. Who the fuck is Bryson Gray? Oh yeah, Keemstar. This was something I wanted to look at. So Keemstar, once again, self-reporting that he's a pedophile. Or I guess trying to justify that he might be allegedly a pedophile. We will never know. Disprove it, Keemstar. By putting out this tweet. You guys keep telling me to date someone my own age. I Googled 39-year-old woman. I will not listen to you guys. If you remember where you were on 9/11, I'm not interested. Someone should, I don't know, buy Keemstar a fucking mirror to see what he looks like. Motherfucker, you're ugly as shit.
13 months poggers.
The woman on the bottom right was a missing person who was found deceased in 2018. Oh, God, that's so nasty that he did that. He went and he fucking posted, like, missing women? Oh, God.
Cool guy.
Also, I love that, like, another fucking self-report is that you had to Google what 39-year-old women look like. Yeah, I do remember when I ratioed him so hard his 21-year-old girlfriend broke up with him. Which is the reason why he blocked me. Bro, I think you should just fall off the face of the planet, just my humble opinion. Damn. I seen one of your streams and thought, what a kind young lady. I'm highly disappointed in this aggression towards me, and I will no longer be having such a favorable opinion of you. We all know you were just checking my profile to see if I'm under 21. Oh my fucking God, dude. Oh my fucking God. Oh, who is this legend, dude? That's a fucking follow. God damn, dude. Oh, that's fucking nasty, dude. That is just absolutely fucking devastating. Rolled, smoked, dumpstered. Oh, fuck. It wasn't your tweet. She just had too much on her plate. In defense, algebra is really tough at that age. I did follow her now after that. That shit was fucking popping. Don't check her profile on stream. Yeah, that's why I went, that's why I turned off the tab, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm looking at, like, the next video to fucking show you guys. There's some stuff.
10 months, sweetie.
Oh, we were gonna do Bryson Gray. No mask, no vax. Let's see what the fuck this is about.
I am not wearing no mask. I'm not taking no vaccine. They tell me I should comply, but I do not know what that means. Got my Bible, got my guns. Y'all not taking neither one. I'm not hiding, I'm not changing. I won't bow and I don't run. You know real patriots rock with me, and I don't really care who don't. People say they gon' do something to me, but I know they won't. Real patriots come.
This is what diarrhea sounds like. This is like literally, you know, we had penis music on this broadcast featured prominently. And now we know what fucking diarrhea music sounds like.
Coming through, ain't talking Brady and grown. I'm a right wing hey, but I'm with all the smoke. Do you wear your mask? Nah. Are you gonna get that vax? Nah. Are you gonna censor yourself? Nah. You gonna get the government your straps? Nah. You gonna let them take away your speech? Nah. What if they ban your tracks?
Honestly, they should just, yeah. I am no longer in favor. I am no longer in favor of free speech. I think he should go to jail for this. If you make a rap song like this, you should go to jail. Actually, like.
So, what if they ban your social? So, are you gonna turn up to the max? And the message to the GOP, you will never beat the left. If you trying to beat the left, that's the way to beat yourself. I'm done compromising values and I'm not wasting time. Transgenderism should be illegal, make abortion a crime.
Oh my God. Wait, new Nicki Minaj anti-vax tweet? Oh, fuck. You know this? How? All vaccines have side effects. That's a fact. Absolutely all of them. But we must never doubt the effectiveness of the vaccine. Taking the vaccine has never killed anyone, but not taking it. You know this? How? Have you exhumed every body in every cemetery in the last year? Shut the fuck up. Who is this we? And following the we with must never is where you lost me. Hashtag blocked for being fucking dumb on my page. Who's next? Day 3 of the Ballgate has begun. Take seat at my desk. Wait, what? Yeah, I don't care about Bryson Gray that much. I'm just going to move away from that. Ratio her again? I can't even do anything to this one. I can't work with this one, dude. Also, Hasan tweet claims that like they're fatigued from trying to defend me and defend my honor on the timeline. Like I've heard this from many prominent members of Hasan tweet out there that like you're on your own on this one. We can't fucking fight back against the barbs and all this other stuff. The health minister of Trinidad and Tobago straight up calling her cousin's friend a liar? Yeah, I know. I know. I just like... We're waiting on Joe Biden to go live. I know. I don't know what the fuck Joe Biden is going to talk about, though. What is this? Prime Minister Boris Johnson, POTUS, and Joe Biden are announcing a landmark defense partnership right now. And I don't know what the fuck it's about. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can... Can someone link me the... Oh, there it is.
That respects human dignity, the rule of law, the independence of sovereign states, and the peaceful fellowship of nations. And while we have always looked to each other to do what we believe is right, we have never left at each other. Always together, never alone. Our world is becoming more complex, especially here in our region, the Indo-Pacific. This affects us all. The future of the Indo-Pacific will impact all our futures. To meet these challenges, to help deliver the security and stability our region needs, we must now take our partnership to a new level. A partnership that seeks to engage, not to exclude, to contribute, not take, and to enable and empower, not to control or coerce. And so, friends, AUKUS is born. A new enhanced trilateral security partnership between Australia, the United Kingdom, and the United States. AUKUS, a partnership where our technology, our scientists, our industry, our defence forces are all working together to deliver a safer and more secure region that ultimately benefits all. AUKUS will also enhance our contribution to our growing network of partnerships in the Indo-Pacific region. ANZUS, our ASEAN friends, our bilateral strategic partners, the Quad, Five Eyes countries, and of course our dear Pacific family. The first major initiative of AUKUS will be to deliver a nuclear-powered submarine fleet for Australia. Over the next 18 months, we will work together to seek to determine the best way forward to achieve.
Are we doing like an anti-Chinese NATO or something?
Examination of what we need to do to exercise our nuclear stewardship responsibilities here in Australia. We intend to build these submarines in Adelaide, Australia, in close cooperation.
We're going to build these fucking submarines in Adelaide, Australia.
But let me be clear. Australia is not seeking to acquire nuclear weapons or establish a civil nuclear capability. And we will continue to meet all our nuclear non-proliferation obligations. Australia has a long history of defence cooperation with the United States and the United Kingdom. For more than a century, we have stood together for the cause of peace and freedom, motivated by the beliefs we share, sustained by the bonds of friendship we have forged, enabled by the sacrifice of those who have gone before us, and inspired by our shared hope for those who will follow us. And so today, friends, we recommit ourselves to this cause and a new AUKUS vision.
Don't give MD a new
I'm delighted to join President Biden and Prime Minister Morrison to announce that the United Kingdom,
Dude, this is such a funny...
and the United States are creating a new trilateral defense partnership known as AUKUS, with the aim of working hand in glove to preserve security and stability in the Indo-Pacific. We're opening a new chapter in our friendship, and the first task of this partnership will be to help Australia acquire a fleet of nuclear-powered submarines, emphasising, of course, that the submarines in question will be powered by nuclear reactors, not armed with nuclear weapons. And our work will be fully in line with our non-proliferation obligations. This will be one of the most complex and technically demanding projects in the world, lasting for decades and requiring the most advanced technology. It will draw on the expertise that the UK has acquired over generations, dating back to the launch of the Royal Navy's first nuclear submarine over 60 years ago. And together with the other opportunities from AUKUS, creating hundreds of highly skilled jobs across the United Kingdom, including in Scotland, the north of England.
And chat used to make fun of me when I shit on orcas. Yeah, where are you now, chat? Yo, fuck orcas.
Leveling up across the whole country. We will have a new opportunity to reinforce Britain's place at the leading edge of science and technology, strengthening our national expertise, and perhaps most significantly, the UK, Australia, and the US will be joined even more closely
Happy
together,
Sub Baby Day. You owe me
reflecting the measure of trust between us, the depth of our friendship, and the enduring strength of our shared values of freedom and democracy.
Been subbed for 5
Only
months.
a handful
Love
of
you and
countries
chat.
possess nuclear-powered submarines. And it is a momentous decision for any nation to acquire this formidable capability, and perhaps equally momentous for any other state to come to its aid. But Australia is one of our oldest friends, a kindred nation, and a fellow democracy, and a natural partner in this enterprise. Now the UK will embark on this project alongside our allies, making the world safer and generating jobs across our United Kingdom. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Boris. And I want to thank that fellow down under.
Oh, he forgot his name.
Appreciate it, Mr. Prime Minister. I'm honored today to be
He
joined
forgot the
by
Australian Prime
two of
Minister's
America's
name,
closest
dude.
allies, Australia and the United Kingdom.
Fellow
to
from
launch a
down
new
under,
phase of
Jack.
the trilateral security
That's
cooperation
awesome.
among our countries. As
Chief
Prime Minister
Gore.
Morrison and Prime Minister Johnson said, I want to thank you for this partnership, your vision as we embark together on this strategic mission. Although Australia, the UK, and US partnership, AUKUS, it sounds strange and all these acronyms, but it's a good one. AUKUS, our nations will update and enhance our shared ability to take on the threats of the 21st century, just as we did in the 20th century, together. Our nations and our brave fighting forces have stood shoulder to shoulder for literally more than 100 years. Through the trench fighting in World War I, the island hopping in World War II during the frigid winters in Korea, and the scorching heat of the Persian Gulf. The United States, Australia, and the United Kingdom have long been faithful and capable partners. We're even closer today.
Love you, brother, and chat as
Today,
well.
we're taking another historic step to deepen and formalize cooperation among all three of our nations, because we all recognize the imperative of ensuring peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific over the long term. We need to be able to address both the current strategic environment in the region and how it may evolve, because the future of each of our nations, and indeed the world, depends on a free and open Indo-Pacific enduring and flourishing in the decades ahead. This is about investing in our greatest source of strength, our alliances, and updating them to better meet the threats of today and tomorrow. It's about connecting America's existing allies and partners in new ways and amplifying our ability to collaborate, recognizing there is no regional divide separating the interests of our Atlantic and Pacific partners. Indeed, this effort reflects a broader trend of key European countries playing an extremely important role in the Indo-Pacific. France, in particular, already has substantial Indo-Pacific presence and is a key partner and ally in strengthening the security and prosperity of the region. The United States looks forward to working closely with France and other key countries as we go forward. And finally, this initiative is about making sure that each of us has a modern capability, the most modern capabilities we need to maneuver and defend against rapidly evolving threats. AUKUS will bring together our sailors, our scientists, and our industries to maintain and expand our edge and military capabilities and critical technologies such as cyber, artificial intelligence, quantum technologies, and undersea domains. Now, as a key project under AUKUS, we are launching consultations with Australia's acquisition of conventionally armed nuclear-powered submarines for its Navy, conventionally armed. I want to be exceedingly clear about
no nukes.
We're not talking about nuclear-armed submarines. These are conventionally armed submarines that are powered by nuclear reactors. This technology is proven, it's safe. And the United States and the UK have been operating nuclear-powered submarines for decades. I have asked Secretary Austin of the Department of Defense to lead this effort for the U.S. government in close collaboration with the Department of Energy and the Department of State. Our governments will now launch an 18-month consultation period to determine every element of this program, from workforce to training requirements to production timelines to safeguards and non-proliferation measures and to nuclear stewardship and safety to ensure full compliance with each of our nation's commitments under the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. We'll all undertake this effort in a way that reflects the long-standing leadership in global non-proliferation and rigorous verification standards in partnership and consultation with the International Atomic Energy Agency. So I want to thank the Prime Minister Morrison and Prime Minister Johnson for their friendship, but mostly important for their leadership and partnership as we undertake this new phase of our security cooperation. And the United States will also continue to work with ASEAN and the Quad, as was stated earlier, our 5 treaty allies and other close partners in the Indo-Pacific, as well as allies and partners in Europe and around the world to maintain a free and open Indo-Pacific and build a future of peace, opportunity for all the people of the region. We're joining together, partnerships are getting stronger. This is what we're about. I want to thank you all, and I look forward to seeing both of you in person very soon, I hope. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. President, did you tell President Xi when you spoke to him last week?
Are boosters still rolling out next week? Is this a message to China?
The Australian government is Downing Street. There you have it, folks. It's Joe Biden releasing the fucking new partnership called AUKUS. With the Australian government in Adelaide, we'll be able to build nuclear submarines, of course, with conventional weapons. With conventional weapons, but still nuclear submarines. Kind of a terrifying proposition if you think about it. Wonder why this proposition is even being brought up now. Probably to combat the efforts that China's having in the Indo-Pacific Sea. That's right. Watch for the purebuds. A little bit of hogwash for you.
PEDS. Yeah.
All right, well, now let's
PEDS,
fucking take a look. I will no longer be
it's a
referred
big
to as
PEDS.
unvaccinated. You can
Ban
refer to
me,
me
my
as
Twitch name is
pureblood.
Aiden. Bad mode.
Bro,
Ban me, my
get
Twitch
the
name is
fuck
Aiden.
out of here,
Bad
dude.
mode. Ban me, my Twitch name is Aiden. Bad mode. Ban me, my Twitch name is Aiden.
Okay, you got it. I mean, that's like the final boss of hogs, huh? I will no longer be referred to as unvaccinated. Now you may address me as pureblood. Well, okay, this is ironic though, right? Because they're dead. Or like gonna die, right?
So I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking, from now on, I refuse to be referred to as unvaccinated. I want everyone to now call me a pureblood.
Bro, she's making it so hard for me not to fucking, you know, say things. Like, I just want to say so many things. Maybe your blood is too pure, okay? Doesn't she mean pure sugar blood? Diabetic joke? My bad. Oh, okay, you said my bad, so it's fine.
So I'm just sitting over here thinking, instead of being known as or qualified as unvaccinated, you can start referring to me as a pure blood. Thanks.
I love that. You know who else was pure and kind of looks like you ladies? The royal family. That's why they have their own genetic disease caused by systematic inbreeding over the course of many, many years. So that's pretty fucking tight, dude. You know, purebloods historically have never been a good thing. Purebloods historically have never, even in like Harry Potter, they were the bad guys, I think, right? I don't remember. It's literally just a racist term. Oh, I saw this new N-word just dropped. Yeah, this guy is great. Unvaccinated is the new N-word, he says. Just like people want to be so fucking... People want to be oppressed so bad, dude. They will literally do just the most clownish shit in an effort to like find some kind of victimhood. Okay? Just any kind. It's like, please, I'm begging. I'm so desperate. I just want you to run the fucking top of the hour ad break. Like, I'm desperate, dude. And I want you to tell me that, you know, if I want to have an ad-free broadcasting experience, all I need to do is subscribe for $4 or for fucking free with a Twitch Prime. I just want you to tell me all this. I want you to tell me that an ad blocker or VPN is also possible to be able to use, but Twitch Prime is free if you have an Amazon Prime account that you stole from someone. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Yeah, that was a black person that made that tweet. Yes, that's why they wrote out the N-word instead of just saying N-word. Okay. I think that we should go back to... Wait, what? I don't want to watch this. This guy posts like idiotic shit. I bet this is going to be some dumb shit in here. Yeah, Nicki Minaj is officially
9 months of molding at grey names.
It's Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's testicles who are swollen from taking the vax. That's the claim. But it's not anything to do with the physical effect of the vaccine that makes our political class mad. It's the last part of Nicki Minaj's tweet that enrages them. The part where she says you should pray on it, make the decision yourself, like a free human being, and, quote, don't be bullied. So our media and public health officials didn't like this because they make their livings bullying people. So they couldn't let it stand. Oh, he's fine. It's Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's test.
I'm never going to be able to ratio her with that one. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. White Vice vid on Hispanic anti-vaxxers and tech disinformation. Oh, I like that.
As high.
Not gonna happen. We can try, boys, but we can try our very best, and I believe in us. I believe in us. I believe in the Hasan tweet power. I believe in the power that Hasan tweet has. They've already ripped out a banger before. They can do it again. We can do it, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs. We can do it. Pro-marketing strat express vaccine hesitancy in order to appeal to right-wing crowds that formerly criticize your vulgar lyrics. I don't think she's thinking about it that far ahead. This is the day that we, I guess, officially go to war with the Barbs. They will fucking murder me, but, you know, if I die, I die. I will be but a casualty in the war of misinformation. Bro, you can't keep doing this. I'm so tired of the weirdo Barbs. Why? I mean, I think they're pretty funny. Like, the shit that they say is like it totally fucking psychotic.
Pog.
I feel like some of these Barbs are now gonna turn into like white supremacists, which is very odd. Like, how are you gonna sit here and defend Tucker Carlson to me while simultaneously saying I'm racist? You know what I mean? Like, that's the funniest thing, because a weapon that the Barb has in their hands is immediately being like, why are you tearing down a black woman, you fucking racist cracker, right? Like, that's usually the immediate fucking response from a Barb. Well, okay, how are you going to fucking keep that same energy when you're defending literally the king of crackers? Like, how are you going to keep that energy saying that, like, I'm being racist while defending fucking a white supremacist? Rapper has gold chains implanted into scalp. New Joe Rogan experience.
You know something has gone terribly wrong if Tucker Carlson is on your
dude,
side.
my man is going back to his fucking roots. Divorced dad energy.
Chris in Vancouver.
A Canadian challenges Ben Shapiro on socialized medicine.
Disney, United States.
What? I'm not watching a fucking debate from 2020, man.
Chat looking cute today.
Damn, bro, we're not gonna be able to do it in the dude. I think there's more Barbs in this fucking chat than there are HasanAbi heads.
Thanks for.
I'm beginning to realize this, considering that she grew faster than we did, dude.
Did White even show El Joe again?
I haven't seen a quote tweet in support of Nicki yet, my dude. You can say pooping right next to the toilet is how we fight back, and Barbs will make it a TikTok challenge. The Daily Barbed Wire. Oh no, that's so much better, dude. Why you not in the new house? Don't shit yourself. What? The White House has invited me, and I think it's a step in the right direction. Yes, I'm going. I'll be dressed in all pink, like Legally Blonde, so they know I mean business. I'll ask questions on behalf of the people who have been made fun of for simply being human. Hashtag ball game day 3. Wait, that's actually not bad. That's like kind of a good thing. I feel like this has the capacity to like turn into something actually productive, rather than, you know, the fucking psychotic legitimization of a white nationalist.
No, I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed. No, I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed.
Hashtag Ballgate.
Can we unsee this? Is there a way to just like unsee a fucking cringe TikTok? Will it be better if I ban the person who posted this in my timeline? Like, I just don't want to ever see that ever again. How can such little time hurt me so bad? Okay, we got Joe Rogan. We got wrestling videos. I want to watch the wrestling videos. There will never ever be another show like Monday Night Raw. Partially because I'm a fan of what the fuck's going on with WWE.
Suffer.
Okay.
In the first episode of Never Ever, I talked about the appeal of SpongeBob.
Oh, never
I like
mind.
SpongeBob,
Oh,
and it's not
let's
different.
go. There's fucking new Chet's World is out? Wait, no, it's not. It's still unlisted, it says. I'm not going to watch it if it's unlisted.